Hello everyone, we have a lovely excitable chat today, which is lovely to see while I was setting up, which to be honest was mostly me setting up, coughing, checking I wasn't muted, and thinking, yeah, green screen's working, isn't it? Yeah, Snoopy indeed. Right, I have a lot of things to catch up on already. Slugnacious was just there, totally on the dot. Slugnacious needs some kind of reward for being truly on time. So thank you, Slugnacious, for being first, and Ozzy for being second. And Mel, I hope you're doing well, and I hope Zach had a lovely day with all the treats. To be honest, that is mostly what I want for my birthday. I just like treats. And hey, Metal Hammer, how are you doing? Slugnacious, thank you for the Gigantify. Who else have we got? Aurora? Hey Aurora, how are you doing? How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling a little bit better today. Lou? I was going to say, I knew there were others. Lou, how are you doing? Luminary, how are you doing? Slugnacious is collecting a shopping list for grilled cheese. That's a good plan. Right, and grilled cheese bread, grilled cheese butter, and grilled cheese down. I think I need to do similar. We'll come back to it, though. I was trying to work out what to do after the stream, and that might be a good plan. Luminary, I hope you're doing well. I need a Lou arrived redeem. I'm too slow. I am thinking of coming up with some more redeems. I know I keep saying it. Life, I mean, to be honest, getting really sick kind of wrecked my plans. But yeah, we do need some more redeems. So we may have more than just once, first and second, because first and second, to sound very, ooh, this is going well. First and second worked very well when there were like 5 or 6 people in the stream for most of the time. It's not many at this point, which is quite a nice position to be in. You just finished off the day with salted caramel ice cream and sour candy instead of cake. That sounds nice. That is good ice cream. You have reminded me I have ice cream in my freezer. Might have some of that later. I'm still in the process of waking up, not enjoying the heat. Yeah, the heat's kind of a lot if you're in Europe and you're not used to it. I know this morning I went for my morning walk and I went just after 8 a.m. and I thought, it's okay, I'll get ahead of the heat. And it was still 22 centigrade, which is not what happens at 8 a.m. at this time of year usually. And I was there thinking, I should have gone at 7 a.m, but I didn't want to. I was in bed. Hey Hannah, how are you doing? And at the moment, I have a fan quietly in the background quite near to me. Because, yeah, it's kind of hot. It's meant to go up to 33 centigrade here, which I think is about 91 Fahrenheit. That is unusually hot for where I live. I mean, I say it's unusual. Actually, thanks to climate change, for the last few years, it has become a little bit more usual. It's still quite unusual for May. That's more kind of July, August weather. It's hitting kind of hard. Where are we at? I think the larger stream should have first. Thank you for the womp. Thank you for the watch streak. Ozzy, Slugnacious, and Metal Hammer. I forgot to say all that, so thank you all. I think the larger stream should have first through 50th. Really get in there. Yeah. Supposed to be near record high in my area today. Ooh, that's rough, Luminary. 24C in my flat now. All blinds closed, fans on, lights off. Yeah, that's a good plan. My blind is still open, actually. I should probably shut it a little bit later. At the moment, there's still kind of cool air coming in. I need to shut it by the afternoon. It's going to hit hard. Kicking some bad habits. Caffeine, THC, gummy, phone use. None of it too out of control, but I did fall asleep at 10 p.m. and wake up at 5 p.m. Did you feel well rested? That sounds okay. I was surprised my weekly report came through on my iPhone about an hour ago, and I had my phone usage down to about 4 hours a day, which usually it's more like 5 or 6 hours, and it didn't feel like I was deliberately cutting back. I did play a lot more Forza on my Steam Deck, so I think that probably helped a bit. But I was quite happy with that, because I'm trying to cut down the pointless phone usage. There's loads of reasons to look at your phone for genuinely fun things. But probably like a lot of you, I get into the habit of I pick it up because I'm bored. Or I pick it up out of habit when there are so many other things I could be doing. Yeah, but fun things. I don't mean productive things. It's just I pick it up because it's there rather than because I want to use it. And that's the bit I'm trying to cut back on. Um, $11 salted caramel ice cream. Okay, that's expensive. It was for his birthday, so I got it and kept my money pennied to myself. Worth it to make him happy. Yeah. But birthday ice cream should be fancy and expensive. Glad you're doing well, Hannah. You also have 14 fans in chat. Thank you, Lou. Aurora, go get that cold shower. I'm going to have a cold shower later, I think. Stupid climate. Yeah, you are the first mod in chat, Aurora. You are. Unless Woody is lurking. Woody is pretty good at lurking. Sniper, don't you know? Yeah, climate change is kind of a pain. Because where I live is usually quite mild weather, and we're getting much colder winters, much hotter summers. It's weird. It's not what I'm used to. I feel a bit sleepy, but I also feel good mentally. That sounds very positive, Slugnatius. My phone usage makes me want to vomit. Yeah, been there. Yeah. I averaged 7 hours and 9 minutes on my phone last week. Did just under 2 hours yesterday. Ooh, I'm doing good. I kept reaching for my phone yesterday. Oh wait, I deleted that app. Oh wait, I put my phone in another room. I need to stop putting it in another room, I think. Or just keep it... It's like a lot of things. It's like if I leave, say, chocolate next to me, I'm going to eat it. But if it's just out of reach, I'm much more likely to not. And I think it's the same with my phone usage. And I'm not being anti, phones are great. Phones are going to mean I don't get lost anywhere when I go to TwitchCon next week, or the end of this week. But I want to pick it up. I want to pick it up purposefully, kind of mindfully, not because it's there. I walked for 8 kilometres on the treadmill this morning. Stuff running, but that's good going, Lou. Yeah, I walked, I think it was about 3.5 kilometres this morning, and honestly, I was melting. It was... Where I live, I really wish I lived nearer the sea, because I only live like a 20-minute drive from the sea, but of course I haven't got a car at the moment. So instead, I'm stuck in suburbia, and it is kind of stifling. There's not a lot of air circulating where I am. There's too much concrete. And I am considering, after the stream, I'm going to see how my mum's doing, because she's got the same virus as me, but she's a few days behind me. So she's hit. I'm doing a lot better now. Still kind of tired. Still coughing more than I should. Kind of coughing in that productive way that your body going, you're not very well. She's further behind, so she's struggling a bit more. Also, I can't remember what she did. She did something to her toe, and basically it's gone black, because that's how badly she bruised it. But I'm going to see how she's doing after the stream, and I'm thinking we should either take a bus somewhere or an Uber. Buses are very limited in my area. I didn't realise actually how limited my area is if you don't have a car, but it turns out it's really limited. But I was looking up Uber prices, and they're not... I mean, they're annoying, but they're not crazy prices. So I thought I might see after the stream if you want to go for a walk somewhere, or... Don't mind me, I've just realised I've randomly got some salted caramel on my arm. Don't mind me. I don't know where that I think it came off of my desk. I should stay home and tidy up my desk. But yeah, I might see if she wants to go. So I feel like we both need to go near some water. We need to go near the coast. I might actually have I'm going to just quickly... I will keep talking. I'm going to look up and see how much it is in Uber... How much it would cost to get an Uber to the nearest coast. Because I know where the nearest coast is. Thank you for fanfare, Merid. How are you doing? Yeah, okay, it's £8 each way. Which, is a crazy price, but on the other hand, we could pay £8 each. Maybe we'll do that. I think the buses for me are about £6 anyway. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I just saw Uber's doing some 21% off select trips, so maybe we'll head there. I haven't really been anywhere in... I don't know how long. A long time. Like nearly 2 weeks at this point. Okay. FG is like the parent you don't want to listen to. She talks about putting her phone away at night, not ordering takeout, and I'm like, she's right, but I'm not happy about it. FG Squared, who is a wonderful person. If you don't already know FG Squared, do give her a follow. She is wonderful. She does granted stream a lot of the time at the same time as me. But FG is wonderful. Oh, I admire her discipline with never getting takeout food is admirable. I can't do that. I do need to work on keeping my phone away from me at night, but lately I've been a little bit better, but that's because I've been too tired, so I haven't really cared. I want a treadmill so much. Gonna keep saying I would really like a treadmill too. Certainly once I get the fabled office sorted out, I'm hoping I might be able to find my money for a cheap treadmill. We'll have to wait and see. For one thing, I need to see how much the car is going to cost me tomorrow. It's a time. I'm going to get blood taken this afternoon and have them tell me I'm very overweight again. Wearing short shorts so they can see all the muscles and I can ask them where to lose it. Good plan, Lou. It is annoying how that works. Yeah. Because, yeah, you know how it works. It's stupid. It's stupid how the focus isn't on fitness. It's solely on weight. And as we all know, you can be very thin and incredibly unfit and unhealthy. It happens to me all the time. Or I'll eat chocolate in bed and then find some on my chair. Yeah, I've done that in the past. I still don't know where. I think it dripped on the desk yesterday and then... Don't judge me, chat. I can't help it. Medical people are idiots. Yeah. To the C drive. Yeah. That would... Yeah. Yeah, it's not to... I think we'll go somewhere. Assuming she can walk. If she can't walk, maybe not. She did try and go for a walk. What day is it? Saturday, and she was really struggling and hobbling, and no. I used to work on Butlins in Skegness by the beach. It was lovely 90% of the time. Then there was the dead well that beaches up. Oh no, Merid. Oh, that's not good. That must have... Oh, yeah, I just saw the next one. Whole town stunk for about 2 weeks, I bet. They had to use dynamite to blow it up, otherwise it becomes a ticking time bomb of even worse... Oh, the mental image. I mean, the poor whale, but also that stench. Takeout is my biggest temptation. It is. Yeah, same. Yesterday I did have takeout. I had, to be honest, an incredibly underwhelming takeaway. Because it was my immunosuppressant day. And we always have a system in this house that whoever has their immunosuppressants, because my mum does too, the other person treats them to a takeaway and some kind of sweet treat. And I ordered in chicken teriyaki donburi with veggie gyozas. The gyozas were great. The chicken was so dry. I think they'd reheated it about 6 times or something. It was kind of oddly solid, and it was not a good takeaway. That was the perfect example that takeout food can be a waste of money. And also, it was just a bit disappointing. I use my phone for ASMR, but I need to maybe lock certain apps. Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm falling asleep, so I know what you mean. Mostly TikToks, because it has cute cats, not that, but in between is all bad. Yeah, I bet. Oh, that's a good plan. I didn't realise you could hire treadmills, Lou. I might try that sometime. Cut down to about 1k calories per day now. Oh, that sounds... Oh, I'm hungry at the thought, Merid. It's awful when it's a treat, but yeah, it was annoying. Yeah, it was just so annoying. Hey, Router, how are you doing? How's your day going so far? Hey, Anxious Pigeon, how are you doing? That's how my mother used to cook chicken, bless her. I'm reliably informed she doesn't cook it 7 times over anymore. Yeah, I mean, I probably cook chicken a little bit more than some people. But that's the thing, if I thought that chicken was really dry, imagine how dry it must have been for all the regular people who don't cook their chicken quite as much as I do. Hey, Trash Polly, how are you doing? But yeah, it was an underwhelming takeaway. Today I don't know what we're going to eat. I don't think that even if we take an Uber to the water park, I don't think it's, I don't think they have food there. You have Crohn's, right? Yeah, I do, Merid. I'm the opposite. Prolactinoma. Ooh, I don't know that. So even on 1k calories, weight loss is difficult. Oh, that's rough, Merid. I'm sorry. Yeah, that must be difficult. I'm sorry. Doing good at work. Weekend was bad for brain. Felt everything I did was wrong and such. Oh, I'm sorry, Ruta. I hope I hope a week treats you more kindly. Because that sucks. I hate it when your brain is your enemy. That's the worst. Hey, Jezza. I'm in my Uber now. Just dropped in to say I spoke too soon. Oh, I'm boiling now. I hope you have an excellent... Oh, I'm sorry, Jezza. Yeah, you were doing well on the temperature front, weren't you? I want to go to a water park. Yeah, to be honest, when I say water park, it is called a water park. It's basically a pond. It's not like it's a theme park or anything. It's literally a pond, and it's a nice place to walk because you can walk around the pond, and then you walk a bit further and you get to the actual coast. So it's quite breezy. I suspect, I can only imagine how crazy busy it is today. So it might be a mistake, but it's not like I have to worry about parking, so it might be a good option. There is a better seafront in a different direction, but I think that will A, cost more to get to, and B, that is peak tourist area, and I'm not sure if I have the hassle. I can be bothered. We all have our own battles. It makes us stronger people. Nice to see others open about it. Yeah, Merit, that's what I try to do, because openness kind of encourages openness. It's sort of, and it kind of, not that there should ever be any shame in being ill, having a chronic complaint. But on the other hand, I think there are people in the world who are a bit, we don't want to hear about that. And you think, why not? We're all human. And to be harsh, the older we all get, the more likely more of us are going to have stuff going on. So I think it's good to talk about. Now 25 degrees. Oh, what is it here? I think it is more than that. Feels more than that. It is currently 29 here. It's coming up to 11 a.m. and it's 29. It's going to go up to 33. Oh no. That's going to be a lot. Yeah, tomorrow it's going to be about that too. So, yeah, there we go. 21's not too bad. Kind of like 21. Jumping spider just landed on my desk. Kind of cute, but I can't stand the idea of spiders being... Oh, no. I remember once, years ago, I was lying on my bed and I was playing Sonic Generations on my Xbox 360. This is how much is stuck in my head. And a spider dropped out of the ceiling and went straight down and landed on my controller that I was holding at the time. Scared the life out of me. And I'm not too bad with spiders now, but you don't want a spider. I mean, obviously, I assume it slipped. I doubt it planned on falling from the ceiling onto me, but that was not a good moment. No. I think it did die. I think in my panic, it probably got squished. That controller would have gone through the wall. It was so unsettling. Just pure panic. Temperatures are taking in the shades. In the sun, it'll be even more. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah. 24 degrees here. Potential higher 33. Bring on the nausea and emulative. Oh, yeah, sorry, Luminary. Did you move to Australia? Yeah, I think this is my test run for when I make it to Australia. Every summer, a spider likes to live under our washing machine. I've named this year's resident Jimmy Silkfoot. Oh, that's quite cute. I have a box in my garden that I store all the bird food in, and to be honest, I need to replace it because it's got holes in it and it's a state. But anyway, the last week or so, I've opened it and there is this massive spider that also lives in there. And to his credit, he looks as freaked out as me every time. I mean, I'm used to him now, but every time I open the lid, you can feel that it's me going, "Oh, it's you again," and the spiders are going, "Oh crap, it's you again." And I'm letting it we're coexisting. He's not in my way. He's not going near the bird food, but we're sharing the trauma. And at some point, I need to replace that box with a different one, and I don't know what's going to happen to him. He has a very big body for a British spider, which on the plus side means I don't think I could accidentally kill him, But on the downside, I don't want to get too close to him. Hey Adam, how are you doing? I was thinking about you the other day. Not to sound parasocial, but I saw the post your wins thing from last month, and I was thinking, oh, I hope Adam's doing really well. Because that's the thing, chat. If you're a regular here, sometimes I just think of you, not in a weird way, just in a I'll see something and I'll think, oh, how's so and so doing? I foolishly went for a run at 10:30 a.m. yesterday, and the heat wiped me out. Oh, don't go for that is a brutal time. Yeah, brutal weather for it. Gonna be 33C here later. Oh, I'm sorry, anxious pitching. I hope you're able to hydrate a lot. That is rough. I came home last night at midnight to be greeted by a daddy longlegs chilling in my kitchen. Normally I would have done something about it, but I was too tired. Thankfully it's gone now. I wonder if I ate it in my sleep. Yeah, you're tidying up after yourself, Jezza. The little one is getting settled. She's sleeping through now. Oh, I'm so glad, Adam. Yeah, I was hoping everything was going really well for you, your wife, and the little one. That's awesome news. No worries, Lou. See you soon. But yeah, I'm really glad for you, Adam. It's just heartwarming stuff. I went to Comic-Con on Friday and was cooked on my way home. Ooh, I bet. Just 18 centigrade out there, heckin' windy. Ooh. I kind of envy that though, Rua. I think our heat wave goes, here at least, it is 33 centigrade today, 33 centigrade tomorrow. I think Wednesday it goes down to about 29. Thursday I think it goes down to about 26. And then, to be blunt, I don't care because I'm off to the Netherlands on Friday. I think it cools down a bit in the Netherlands. A little bit. There's a debate at the moment amongst the Dutch contingents, but I think it's easing off in time for TwitchCon. I'm there Friday to Monday. TwitchCon is Saturday and Sunday. So I arrive kind of, I think it's lunchtime-ish Friday, and then I'm leaving Monday evening. So it should be a good time. I haven't really got any set plans. But Friday evening, I'm definitely meeting up with Crafton after work. So I'm really looking forward to that. Saturday and Sunday is going to be con stuff. I don't yet know what to do with the Monday. I haven't really decided. The Monday is pretty open. Because I'm staying in Rotterdam. I'm flying out from Amsterdam. I am tempted to maybe check out a different city on the Monday because I only have to be at the airport about, I don't know, kind of mid to late afternoon. So I have got a fair bit of time Monday, so I might go explore a bit of the Netherlands. Thanks for... Oh, you got wind electricity costed. Oh, that's useful, Router. Envious of that. I wasn't mad with the beer prices yesterday. Yes, it was £8, but it was Amstel, and that normally costs £5.50. Paying an extra £2 at festival ain't bad. Last year they were charging me for... Oh, not Foster's. I don't even drink much, and I know, do not drink for Foster's. Never drink for Foster's. Chat, we've got ads coming up in a tiny little bit, like in a few minutes. So we're going to keep yapping, and then ads will kick in, and then after that we will start playing the game, just so you kind of, you know the score. Me, a Londoner, looking at £8 beer price and sweating. In the pub here, it starts at £9 at nougat. Yeah, London prices are wild. Yeah. No, I'm being somewhat lazy now. I'm thinking, I wonder what the weather is going to be like next Monday in the Netherlands. Because also I'm just thinking, wouldn't it be nice to just sit and chill and read a book by a canal or something? Oh, it's raining. Yeah, it's raining in Amsterdam next Monday. Okay, well maybe I won't do that. I was just thinking, yeah. It's what I make of it. I'll be running around a lot on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm just thinking, I wonder if Monday would be a nice chill day. Hey Yala, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm all about the mineral water rather than drinking. To be honest, I forget to drink, as in I forget to drink alcohol. I've had a few opportunities this year where I haven't been driving and I've been away, and then it's always, I could have an alcoholic drink, and then I just don't. And it's not for any particular, I'm not there being morally, I'm not drinking it. I just forget, and then I end up getting a nice orange juice or something. But chat, tell me all about your weekends. We are going to go into ads in a minute. But yeah, tell me all. What have you been up to? I haven't really been up. I had my immunosuppressants yesterday, and I also got a ton of work done. I was just in the zone, really. It was very much, well, if I get a ton of work done today, I don't have to do any work Monday and Tuesday. And it paid off, and I don't have any work to do today or tomorrow. So yeah, it was a weird one. It was very, rest up, it's immunosuppressant time. And then my brain went, no, get all the work done. Get all the work done. And I did. And I'm quite proud of myself, because it didn't actually feel like a lot of effort. It just hit the moment just right. Saturday and Monday is supposed to be nice here in the Netherlands. Sunday and Tuesday, chance of rain. Not too bad. I'm used to the UK weather. Rain doesn't really bother me. Well, I say that torrential rain would, but a bit of drizzle is not the end of the world. Patiently waiting for Paralives to release an early access. I have heard that name, Hannah, but I don't know anything about it. What would you want to do in the Netherlands? Might have a suggestion being local. To be honest, I'm probably just going to wander. If I can on a Monday, I might head to Utrecht, because I've been meaning to do that for the last 2 trips to the Netherlands, because I want to go see what the city's like. And then I don't, because I run out of time, or I don't get round to it. So that might be my outside shot. Because I'm not a huge fan of Amsterdam. It's okay. I like it for a couple of hours, but I don't really want to spend a fortune on museums, and then the rest of it is a little bit too touristy for my liking. There's probably some lovely hidden away bits of Amsterdam, but I probably won't bother looking. Where are we at? Oh, we are in ads, so a whole bunch of people aren't going to hear me now. Drinking, eating pizza, and listening to bands. We really, yeah, Jezzy, you have the best weekend. I'm going to look at Paralives while a bunch of people can't hear me. So at least when they all come back from ads. Ooh, that looks like The Sims. Paralives is a life simulation game about building homes, lives, and bonds. Through both hardship and success, where will your story take you? Oh, I don't think I should have known that this game exists. That looks like my kind of game. Why? I shouldn't have... I wonder if I can get a code for this at some point. Okay, let's step away from that. Let's see how much it costs. Yeah. And hey, Spoofy, how are you doing? Hopefully you can hear... I can never remember. Everyone always has a different length of ads. I wasn't interested in it, but a lot of people have had early access and shown gameplay, and it actually does look pretty... It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's... Ooh. Yeah, listen, ads, that's okay then. It's useful, admittedly, when people say through in ads, just because I then know not to respond to them. So I shall save Yala for a moment. I lived in Netherlands for a while. Amsterdam is very touristy, not really a true representation of Dutch culture. Yeah, it's okay. Yala said, Utrecht is definitely nicer than Amsterdam. Yeah, I think I'd rather... I liked Amsterdam, I just didn't really love it. And it's no criticism on those who love Amsterdam, because it's just personal taste. But for me, I'm not too fussed. Yeah, I'll spend some time in Amsterdam, because I'm flying in and out of there, so it would make sense. But I'm not a massive fan of them. Yeah, I'd like to see some other places. And yeah, I would like to see more kind of proper Netherlands. Amsterdam was very touristy. It's pouring with rain, Slugnacious. I'm so envious. Well, actually, no, I don't want it to pour with rain. Maybe for 30 minutes. As soon as Paralive showed their early building options opportunities, I was immediately hooked. Their building options already looked like they were going to compete The Sims at it, and as a Sims builder, I've been keeping an eye on their updates. Yeah, I like the look of that spoofy. Yeah. Hannah has corrupted me well. Bike rides in Amsterdam were intense when I visited in 2000. Yeah, the bike rides everywhere in the Netherlands are intense. Rotterdam, I swear Rotterdam kept me in a kind of low-level amount of anxiety every time I crossed a road, where I was basically going, right, cars were the easy bit, right, cars, trams, bikes, and yeah, it was, well, I'm not used to that amount of bikes. I like standing on my porch and looking at the pouring rain. I find it very relaxing, but I have to drive to a pharmacy to pick up my son's ADHD medication in a couple of hours. Oh, yeah, that's not so much fun. First for Steam Deck repurchase, and now this. Hannah, you are a good bad influence. I appreciate you. I didn't think I was that close to the bike path when I was walking, but a middle-aged man leaned over with his shoulder and shoulder check. Oh, yeah. I have a friend who's from Amsterdam. He was the general manager of a Peppa Pig attraction. He's taken a pay cut and moved to an attraction in York because he wants to eventually move to the UK. Ah. Yeah, so I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do with that bit of extra time, but Tractor's an idea. But I'll see. I mean, the nice thing with the Netherlands is there are so many trains, so it's very easy to kind of travel around, and I think I'll probably take Monday as it comes. That might be a good idea. Because last year, I was so tired on a Monday, because I didn't stop Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then when it got to the Monday, I was very, very grateful that I stayed with Crafton and his family on the Sunday night. And he drove me to the train station on a Monday, and I was there going, oh, I'm gonna spend the day in Amsterdam, but before my flight. I was so tired. I just sat for a while, I ate a sandwich, looking at the canal, and then I actually ended up just heading to the airport earlier than I needed to, because I was just too tired. It was just, I could feel my feet going, we're done. So I'm gonna see where it goes. I mean, I never tell people no when they say they want to go to Amsterdam. We're in the Netherlands for the first time. No, you should absolutely go to Amsterdam. If you haven't been, it's a good experience. It's our capital, after all. There's still a ton of history and good museums there. But yeah, definitely a one-time visit kind of thing and not a full representation. Yeah, that was what my experience was. I had a nice time when I saw Amsterdam properly with my mum. And we really love the museums. The museums were amazing. It was bitterly cold when we went, so that might not have helped. But I don't know, I preferred other places. I know a lot of people don't like Rotterdam, but I personally preferred Rotterdam. And also we went to, I'm not going to pronounce this correctly, I'm not pronouncing Utrecht correctly, but we went to a place called Schiedam, except that is not how it is pronounced, because I heard somebody else say it and that was totally different. But that was really nice, because we got to see the touristy thing of windmills, and also it was just a nice small town, and it was more our kind of vibe than Amsterdam. Yeah, that's it, y'all. Yeah. But coming out of a coffee shop in Amsterdam and having to navigate the crosswalk across 2 lanes of cars, 2 lanes of trolleys, and 2 lanes of bike ride. Yeah, Amsterdam is full on. Hey Sol, how are you doing? It's absolutely a matter of preference too, and what you like to do, see it exactly, yeah. Because it's like, it's the same with the UK, it depends what you're looking for. Because, yeah, like if I was going to recommend places in the UK to people, it would truly depend on their mood. Because I live in a very coastal, relatively quiet city, but that's not going to suit everyone. Some people are going to go, no, I want the hustle and bustle of a city, and you think, you're not going to really like us. Yeah, go somewhere else. But yeah, ultimately, well, if I'm spending the money to travel to the Netherlands, I want to try and see some varied places. I say that last time I was there, when I was there with my mum, we got off at the wrong station, and we ended up very briefly in a place called Parkweg. I don't know where it was. It was a place just outside of Rotterdam. I remember I messaged Crafton to say, oh, we got off at the wrong stop. And they said, oh, we're in Parkweg. And Crafton just messaged me back and went, where the hell was Parkweg? Because he had no idea either. So I would not recommend Parkweg. We stepped out, looked and went, Bunch of high-rise buildings. Let's go back and find the right train to Rotterdam. Yeah, it was not. It wasn't that appealing. I think it was kind of a suburb. Hey, Dread, how are you doing? I worked in Amsterdam for a long time. Didn't like the city at all. Needing an armed escort from office to your car in the evening. Ooh, that's not good. I didn't find it unsafe in Amsterdam. I suppose I'm used to London in the evening, so to me, Amsterdam, to be honest, felt safer than London. Having said that, London gets a very bad reputation. Central London, at least, gets a very bad reputation for being unsafe. I have never found that to be the case. As some outskirts of London, it's different. But central London, it gets a bad rep. Particularly at the moment, everyone is a bit, oh, you step out of a train station in London and wave your phone around and it will immediately be stolen. And nah, I think people were very keen to talk down about their own kind of cities and things. But that's probably a whole different other debate. You got £20 worth of berries. Nice, Sol. That's impressive. I live in a college town known for hiking and apple orchards. If people visited me in New York, they might expect New York City a couple of hours south of me. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Depends on where in Amsterdam, of course. Southeast was pretty bad in the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, that makes sense. Nuance is important to everything. Yeah. Because also everywhere evolves. Because, like, having been to London a lot in kind of the mid-90s when I was a kid, the areas are totally different to what they are now. There's so many nicer... Yeah, I mean, London is way safer than it ever used to be. But again, yeah, it's all nuanced. It's all kind of... It's a complicated business. Hey, Guna, how are you doing? What are we getting into an argument about today? I mean, hopefully not an argument. We're kind of discussing the safety of cities. Whether it's kind of overhyped on social media. How are you doing? I went with my mum and we get on like oil and water, so that's... Oh, I'm sorry, Sol. That sucks. Yeah, that's not nice. I found Amsterdam less safe than London when I visited, but didn't find any of the 5 European cities I visited that unsafe. Though I was also a 25-year-old cis white man who lived in Washington, D.C. at the time. Yeah, that makes sense. I found Amsterdam okay. Kind of got overly crowded in the evening. Even, I mean, I went in February, so it was very off-peak, but it was very busy. But at least central Amsterdam didn't really feel a problem. It all changes. Thank you for watching Straight Dread. AR Fanstick. Amsterdam is so unsafe. So many stepping stones topple on. Yeah. Where I'm at in 90s was very not good. Now it's cleared up a lot. Very central. Yeah, central London has gone through a lot over the last few decades. I mean, when I used to go to... When I went to London a lot as a kid, the IRA was still bombing. So, by that very logic, it's a ton safer than it used to be. We had this one the other day. Yeah, good. See, we got to come up with a different argument. We got to divide the cozy. When I was researching my first Europe trip last year, basically every city I looked up was made to sound less safe than it actually was in various media formats. Yeah, there's a lot of that about. It's frustrating. A lot of it is, as long as you kind of keep aware and you're not there going, waving a Rolex watch in the face of everyone who walks past, it's fine. I love it. I remember as a kid, my mum kind of taught me to walk with purpose. Even if you haven't actually got a clue where you're going, walk with purpose and you'll blend in. People will look and think you're a local and they're not going to go after you for any kind of pickpocketing or anything like that. And touch wood, it pays off. I probably shouldn't say this before travelling to a major city. That's kind of asking for trouble, isn't it? My mum very heavily favours my brother, and she decided to tell me she's building him a house. He's unemployed and lives in her garage. Oh, I'm sorry, so that sucks. A darn tourist walking in front of my bike. Yeah, ultimately it's the bikes that are going to get you in the Netherlands. Video call done. I'm back. Welcome back, Mel. I hope the video call went well. I'm from and live in Middlesbrough, so I think that other cities don't feel too unsafe to me. Yeah, I've got a really good friend who grew up in Middlesbrough, and I need to get watering can. Yeah, I can see that. It depends who you ask. My city, some people would say, is quite unsafe, and it's pretty good. I don't find it unsafe. But maybe, I suppose the thing is, if you don't entirely know where you're going, everywhere feels a little bit less safe. Because you're there a little bit unsettled because you don't know where you're going. So I think that's a kind of underrated issue. Let's catch up on chat anyway. I was in the John Lewis building. Ooh, that is rough trash. I'm sorry. Can I borrow someone's Rolex to wave in someone's face, please? Oh, if only. Yeah, the walk is a good one. Packing many people in small boxes does drive people crazy. Yeah. Everyone's different. I was in London for the Docklands bombing at the Tower Bridge Hotel. Interesting experience, but not quite part of the tourist guide to London. No, I bet. Yeah. Yeah, I had my fair share of kind of experiences of IRA bombings or scares or whatever, and I think weirdly it probably means I'm a lot more comfortable about places now, because I'm a bit, that's fine, everything is so much safer now than it ever used to be. And obviously it's not perfect, but, tons safer. By the way, chat, TTS is still broken, so it'll kind of work for certain things, and it kind of won't for other things. In particular, there is no raid alert at the moment, which is an annoying one. I am going to fix it at some point. How do I say hello to people? I wave large wads of cash. Please, Ozzy, have you got any wads of cash spare? Because I could do with it. Certainly once I find out what's going on with the car tomorrow. Zach enjoyed getting to see his cousins. Oh, I'm glad now. I did post berry pics in real life in Drongo's chat. Oh, I should have a look, so. When I was a kid...
Gunnar from a Cave gifted. Testicle Tuesdays for cats a subscription. Gunnar from a Cave gifted a tier 1 sub to Testicle Tuesdays for cats. They have given 132 gift subs in the channel.
Brian, you did good. There's only Brian on duty at the moment, and I think Brian did a pretty good job there, even if he did make it sound like testicle. But yeah, so I thank you so much for the gift sub, Gunnar. To Testicle Tuesdays for Cat. Who came up with that username? What is going on with that person? Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to do a lot of fruit picking, strawberry picking in particular, at farms near me, to sound like such a miserable person. As a kid, I hated it, because I hated kind of the dirty aspect of it. But I appreciate I'm very much in a minority. I just wasn't a very outdoor person as a kid.
Gunnar from a Cave gifted. Testicular Receptacle a subscription. Gunnar from a Cave gifted a tier 1 sub to Testicular Receptacle. They have given 133 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub, Gunnar, to... Oh. Hello. Goodbye. Thank you, Ruta. Thank you for the bits. And thank you, Gunnar, for the gift sub to Testicle Receptacle. I do love the alliteration to that. I need to catch up on chat. I've missed so much. What we got?
Gunnar from a Cave gifted that testicle a subscription. Gunnar from a Cave gifted a tier 1 sub to their testicle. They have given 134 gift subs.
Brian, I think you went wrong there. That should be the third testicle. Thank you for the gift sub, Gunnar. To the third testicle. If you're visibly covered in feces from head to toe, it mostly keeps the crazy people away. Oh, I'm going to remember that. Yeah, I'm going to remember that. It does remind me that anyone who has been in a Lush store, that they sell amazing, they sell great bath stuff. How they kind of accost you a little bit. They're a little bit hard selling. My mum learnt, by accident, that if you sing to yourself, they leave you alone. So, little tip for you: if you're in a Lush store buying a bath bomb and you want to be left alone, sing to yourself, and they will probably give you a really wide berth. And thank you for the hype train, everyone.
Can we?
Yeah, another one. I am going to catch up with chat.
Gunnar of Cave gifted. Spoopy Testicles to Kaikram a subscription. Gunnar of Cave gifted a tier 1 sub to Spoopy Testicles to Kaikram. They have given
What?
135 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub to Spoopy Testicles Dookie Crumb. I don't know what to say about. There are a lot of parts of Middlesbrough that are stunningly gorgeous, but the town centre is not doing well. There we go, that's what I'm going to say to that. Thank you, Hannah. And thank you for the gift sub, Guna. I don't know what is going on with those names, but okay. And thank you for Gigantify 3 Cat Dude. I'm going to catch up with chat. You all lovely, lovely people. Zach could not handle talking to anyone, even a few years ago, so it's so nice that you can do, oh, that's really good, Mal. I'm glad he's making steps forward. Everyone is in awe of how red those strawberries are. Oh, nice. I do love strawberries. I'm just a miserable... Well, when I was a kid, I was a miserable person with picking them. Thanks to Warhammer Skullfest, my brain is slowly waking up my old hyperfixation to all Warhammer 40k related. And I want to play games. TTRPG and Packnit, all them minis I own. Listen music from those games, read all them books, and then Rooter, go hyperfixate. Go do the Warhammer if you have a spare moment, because I know you got a lot going on. I think Brian is having a bit of an issue, isn't he? I think Brian is struggling a bit. Brian's having to think before he speaks, which is not what you expect from a TTS. Ozzy, you always seem nice to new people. Don't worry, you're good. It's the heat. It could be. Brian likes to savour the feel of these words in his mouth. It might be the case. No worries, Sol. It's always good to have you here, whether you're subbing or not, so no sweat. Ellie just listening so normally while the names are called out. Can't be shocked by Gooner. I mean, what was... Gooner did gift a sub the other day that I just didn't read out. I remember it. I can't read it out, but yes. It was one of those where you think, how was that allowed by Twitch?
Can we?
I think we got another one.
Gunnar of Cave gifted. Testicular_breakfast_meal a subscription. Gunnar of Cave gifted a tier 1 sub to testicular_breakfast_meal. They have given 136 gift subs in the channel.
Is it me, or did Brian sound a little bit like he was going to laugh at part of that? But chat, don't eat testicles for breakfast. Just don't do it. There's better food out there. But thank you for the gift sub, Guna. Even better, it's Hallie. Yeah, we allow unhingedness. That's why Guna's here. Remember to treat yourself and gift your testicles gift subs sometimes. Yeah, look out for your testicles, chat. Spoopy Testicles Dookie Crumb only caught a junk soda can. Poor Spoopy Testicles Dookie Crumb. Thank you for the Gigantifiers 3 Cat and Slugnacious and Anxious Pigeon. I particularly love Anxious Pigeon's Gigantifier because I think that sums up my mood. And now my watch is pinging. Like, it's even my watch is going, what the hell is going on? He's having a moment. Brian is having a moment. My sister and me used to pick blackberries from a forest around our house when we were little. Every year we'd get 5 to 6 10-litre buckets. Wow, that is amazing. Guna, it was effing C word is probably the best way of putting it.
Slugnacious gifted
I can't believe Twitch allowed it.
Subscription. Slugnacious gifted a tier 1 sub to Slugs Butt Plugs. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Thank you, Slugnacious. Thank you for the gift sub to Slugs Butt Plugs. I think there we go. I've caught up with chat. You are all deranged people, and I love you all for it. If you're lurking here and you're new, we are actually a very cozy bunch of people with a hefty side dose of everything you just saw. We're an interesting mix of, we will talk about mental health stuff and support each other, and then also, you know what I'm talking about, chat. Thank you all for the hype train, everyone. It's very appreciative. Very, very appreciated, even. It's also lovely to see so many people, because in a lot of parts of the world, it's a public holiday. I say a lot of parts of the world. To be honest, I only know that it is in the UK and America. It might not be anywhere else. I don't know. I'm uneducated. But what I meant was, I wasn't quite sure how busy the stream would be. I genuinely love it here. I'm glad I stayed. Oh, I'm glad you stayed too, Anxious Pigeon.
Kindly.
Oh no, what have we got?
Gooneraphonicave gifted Slugs and Mehold a subscription. Gooneraphonicave gifted a tier 1 sub to Slugs and Mehold. They have given 137 gift subs in the channel.
Brian's kind of made that better, because technically that was slugs in my hole, and Brian just rolled with it and just went, slugs in me hole, slugs in me hole. And thank you, Guna, and thank you, Brian, too, because slugs in me hole was somehow better than slugs in my hole. Hey, Woody, how are you doing? I basically am that channel description. Also, my keyboard hates me, but that's by the by. My keyboard often hates me, too. Oh, it is also a public holiday in most of Europe. I did not know. Oh, wait, no, that's not going to work. Let's shove that in. Is that regional? Are we getting Brian law? I think, yeah, Brian went full accent. Brian went very slugs in me hole.
Gooneraphonicave gifted Testicles and a Belinda a subscription. Gooneraphonicave gifted a tier 1 sub to Testicles and a Belinda. They have given 138 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub, Guna, to Testicles in a Blender. Again, Brian put a little bit of nuance on that, didn't he? I like Brian. I think once I figure out the TTS, I think we're just going to exclusively have Brian instead of the weird one that kind of went a little bit deranged at times. Because Brian, how can you beat Brian? The classics are the best. I would love it if all the testicle-related usernames came in stream around about the same... Yeah, we're just going, hey, what's up? I got a gift sub. I mean, on a rare occasion, it does happen once in a while, doesn't it? And then you're there going, how did you come up with that name? Thank you, Free Cat Dude. 65 stream streak. That is I think that might be the biggest streak we have here. That is amazing. Thank you, Free Cat Dude.
Kindly.
Anonymous gifted Yalnasty a subscription. An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Yalnasty.
Thank you, anonymous gift subber to You're Nasty. Or whatever the hell Brian said. Yes. That... Yeah. You can't debate, you can't dispute that. That's valid. What are we going to do today? In Stardew, not in life. We're not going to go too big with the big questions of the day. I think we were going to go to the Skull Cavern. Oh, I forgot. I've been so cheerfully distracted by all of the gift subs. I've totally forgotten. Sounds like you said yow nasty or something. Brian is a very confused individual. That's a thing, isn't it? TTS, not TTS. AI is there to steal our jobs and probably eventually turn full Terminator. But on the plus side, Brian exists. So at least it'll be funny when the end of times come.
Kindly.
Gooneraphonicave gifted Gonad__Bulbarian a subscription. Gunaraphonic gifted a tier 1 sub to Gonad__Bulbarian. They have given 139 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub to Gonad the Bulbarian. I was going to say the Barbarian and think, no, Bulbarian. Had to give Pam some wine and then just head out a dodge. Try not to game much or my room will be toasty. Oh, yeah, I never feeling dread. Obviously, I'm sitting here gaming, but I've got a fam right next to me. Hey, Jones, how are you doing? You have entered chaos. I hope you're doing well. Someone named Brian, I can relate to. Brian's a very confused individual. Welcome in, Brian. Slugnacious, if you ever need another job, would you like to become the TTS? Because I'm sure that could be arranged. I'm so happy I'm not super into racing games because I just looked up Forza 6 and it's $110. It is on Game Pass. I think in the past week, my catchphrase at the moment is, it is on Game Pass, because it is on Game Pass. And it makes it a lot more affordable. Especially if you just kind of want to play with other people, you know, if you just want to be there for the big rush, because you know what games are like, give it a month, only the diehards are still going to be playing it. And when I say the diehards, that's Woody and probably me. Also, if I were in a position where I could have a sponsorship with Game Pass, I feel I would make a killing right now.
Gunaraphonic gifted. Balls_on_toaster_waffles a subscription. Gunaraphonic gifted a tier 1 sub to balls_on_toaster_waffles. They have given 140 gift subs in the channel.
You okay, Brian? Thank you for the gift sub to balls_on_a toaster_waffles. He sounded like yeah, there was a catchiness to that. Thank you, Guna. Right, where are we at? My partner and I use our computers in the same room. Great in winter, horrible right now. Oh, yeah, definitely. Melva, if you haven't done Game Pass before, there is almost certainly a free trial somewhere. There usually is. If you Google around, you'll probably find one. Because I think they do usually do kind of free trials for new people. Hey, Arc Editor, how are you doing? You'll be amazed, Arc Editor. Some of the accounts are wild.
Gunaraphonic gifted. __score__score__ a subscription. Gunaraphonic gifted a tier 1 sub to __score__.
Hole.
They have given 141 gift subs in the channel.
8 levels! We dropped 8 levels, chat. That's huge. Thank you, Guna. Thank you for the gift sub to... Oh, can I do this correctly? __score__. Oh no. I'm not reading that. I'm gonna get lost.
A subscription. Gunaraphonic gifted a tier 1 sub to
No, Brian, don't do it again.
They have given 142 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub, Guna, to _, all of the underscores, _, yeah. You get it. Brian's bitten butter. Brian kind of was. The Game Pass is the only thing I really miss since I switched to Linux fully. It's great value for testing out games you may only play for a bit. Yeah, I like having Game Pass. I can't remember how long I have it for, but it's for a sufficient amount of time. Having said that, I bought Forza Horizon 6 because I knew I would play it a sufficient amount. But most of the time I just use it to try out stuff. It's like when Macaulay Culkin changed his middle name to Macaulay Culkin, so he became officially Macaulay Culkin. And that is why child film stars need someone to keep an eye on them. Yes, Hannah. Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 remastered are free on Epic Games until the 28th of May. Do get it. I was that fool. To be honest, that's a complete sentence. I was that fool who bought it at some point, I think not long after it came out, then hardly played it, and now I could just play it for free. Don't be that fool. Only buy games when you're actually going to play them.
Kindly.
Dreadvink gifted E_A_S_Y_L_I_L_I_F_I_E a subscription. Dreadvink gifted a tier 1 sub to E_A_S_Y_L_I_F_E. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
That almost sounds like a Geordie going, why I? Thank you, Dread. Thank you for the gift sub to Easy Life. We'll go with just Easy Life. Fortunately for someone keeping an eye is for someone selling their talent. Yeah. I've loved seeing Macaulay Culkin appear on Red Letter Media lately. He had some serious setbacks in his post-child star life, but he seems to be in a good place. Oh, that's good. I haven't really kept an eye on him. I love Kieran Culkin. Kieran Culkin is a really good actor. But I felt bad for Macaulay Culkin. I know he's obscenely rich and all that, but he's been through some stuff. Money doesn't solve everything. It solves a ton of stuff, but, it's complicated. Got a free month for Game Pass. Nothing I was interested in except one game I already had. Cancelled it before the automatic renewal kicked in. That's fair enough. I mean, the key thing is at least it didn't cost you anything to find out. You weren't missing out. Because it really does depend on the kind of games you like to play. But yeah, maybe I need to catch up on how Macaulay Culkin is doing. Hey, Red Talon, how are you doing? And thank you so much for the gift sub, Dread. Especially as you're not even subscribed and you still gifted a sub, so it's very kind of you. Listening to the stream on my earbuds while I wash dishes, and then tried to stifle my laughter to not wake my kids because of A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_A_ was very amusing to me. I don't think I got that right, but let's say we did. It's hard to know for sure, but Kieran seems like a delight. Yeah. I've been very impressed with Kieran Culkin. He seems, and I mean, obviously, after all, you're kind of left going, well, they're all actors. Who truly knows? But Kieran Culkin's a good actor, and he seems pretty cool when he's doing interviews and things, and that's about the best I can get, because, none of us truly know what any of them are like. So, well done. I did my best. Sadly, perhaps for me, it's better to gift a sub in support than take on a monthly after. Yeah, that makes sense, Trash. Either way, I thank you all, whether you are gifting subs, subscribing for yourself, or just watching, or lurking, or...
Gunnar_Cave gifted. LL_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L subscription. Gunnar_Cave gifted a tier 1 sub to LL_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_L_ L_L_LL. They have given 143 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub to all of that. L_ times infinity. Thank you, Kuna. Memes matter, absolutely. Memes are bonding. Let's see what's in here. A warp totem to the farm. Okay, that's useful. Oh, 5. Okay, that's truly useful. But chat, besides taking in the bizarre names, what are you up to right now? If you are disassociating,
Thank you kindly.
You
enjoy the dissociation.
Gunnar_Cave gifted. Deezer_name_ist_ect_lang a subscription. Gunnar_Cave gifted a tier 1 sub 2. They have given 144 gift subs in the channel.
What even was that? Thank you for the gift sub to that. Thank you, Guna. Yeah, Brian just went, nah, I'm done. You pushed me too far. Where are we at? Minecraft. Ooh, nice. Preparing a dab. There. Replaying Mass Effect 1. How is that going, Jones? Are you enjoying it? Has it aged well, is what I'm kind of getting at. I never rated Mass Effect 1 as much as everyone else. But on the other hand, I loved Mass Effect 2. This ain't going well. No, go away. Go. I'm gonna catch up any. Oh no, we got monsters coming. Look, game, it's like you knew I am ill prepared. Actually, today we were gonna get a better weapon, weren't we? I didn't, did I? Oh no, oh no. Damn it. Harvey's gonna steal my stuff. Hey, Sanguru, how you doing?
Can we?
Gunnar on a Cave gifted. Wax a subscription. Gunnar on a Cave gifted a tier 1 sub to Wax. They have given
Wax.
145 gift subs in
Wax.
the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub, Guna. Watching some lady playing Stardew Valley. I suspect she isn't very good at Stardew Valley, but I'm glad you are watching them, Yala. Currently brushing teeth. Took me a while to type. Good job, Trash. You keep brushing your teeth. Brian's going to quit, so Brian's going on strike soon. Doing some more for Forza Horizon 6 with a 700 horsepower Group B rally car. Nice. Just downloaded the Tomb Raiders. I need to do that too, Hannah. Because I have got it on... Have I got it on Steam or have I only got it on my PlayStation? I don't know. But I should download it. It's free. I am. It's aged okay for its time. Oh, that's good. Mass Effect 1 has the long country drives. Yeah, I just preferred the second one. The second one was pretty cool. Yeah, Brian looked at Wax and went, I'm not doing that. Nah, just no. A fish fillet burger. I don't know if I want a fish fillet burger. It's been staying in a pond all that time. Yeah, Harvey, you don't really care. You just want my money and my stuff. Uh-oh.
Gunnar on a Cave gifted.
Not the cloth.
W underscore 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 W
Cat jam time.
Gunnar on a Cave gifted a tier 1 sub to W underscore 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 W. They have given 146 gift subs in the channel.
I kind of like that. Brian got in the moment. Thank you, Guna. Thank you for the gift sub to W underscore 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 W underscore. That was probably it. Thank you, Guna. Ozzy, yeah, feel free to add me to Gameplay. I'm not surprised I missed a W. I did not track. I just kept saying it until my voice went, can we not now? Yeah, Ozzy, my Xbox username is also the same as my Twitch, so feel free to add me. Yeah, I'm just a helicopter on there. Actually, no, we want to keep that. I am not as good as Woody, because I don't think anyone could be as good as Woody at any racing game. But I'm there. We'll keep some of this. That was a good run until it wasn't. We'll go see Clint tomorrow, get some of these switched over. need to do a miner and pit maneuver me to get ahead. I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, that was kind of brutal by miner, wasn't it? Yeah. It's Kent's birthday, and we're still a little bit lucky, so this might work out. Oh yeah, brutal but funny. Oh wait, we need our watering can. But yeah, I'm enjoying Forza a lot. I haven't really played much else. I've only really played Forza and obviously been streaming this. Because Forza is very much my go-to game at the moment. Fun at all. Yeah, fun at all. There's probably a dark irony that in amongst the am I ever going to get my car fixed, what the hell is going on with it, I'm also there going, so anyway, I'm really enjoying Forza. It's like I'm living out my dreams. Not that my car could ever go as fast as most of the cars in Forza. I suppose, to be fair, Forza you can start out with some fairly mid cars. When he told me his internal thoughts said to do so, I realised why. Because he never gets a chance to do that, let alone be near me sometimes. You gotta give mine a win. See, I was too polite in Forza. I need to make up for that in future community games. Make sure it's when nobody sees it coming. My carpal tunnel acting up the last few days, I spent most of my time reading rather than using my hands for anything. Have you been reading anything good, Yala? I hope the carpal tunnel kind of eases off. I know for me, my joints hate it when it gets really hot. They've been okay so far. This could well be the turning point. They can kind of handle a couple of days of heat. And yeah, then it gets a little bit excessive for them. Fun at all is my daughter sneaking onto the non-kids version of YouTube on our TV yesterday and watching a video of kids getting hurt on slides. It's okay, Daddy. I thought it was funny. I mean, it kind of is, isn't it? I mean, obviously, yeah, as long as they don't get truly hurt, it's a little bit funny. As for 1990 Alan Prost to his Ayrton Senna, yeah, true rivalry. Also, I should finish this rally route so Drongo and Co can drive it. How are you doing with it, Woody? I reckon everyone's going to love it. I'm hopefully going to be around. If there's community games tomorrow, I'm hopefully going to be around for it. I've got a few things to do in the morning, not least find out what's going on with my car. But I'm hoping to catch some of it at least. Because to be blunt, they're not going to fix my car, so it's not like it's going to be, hey, I gotta go get my car. But I do need to phone and kind of assess and work out if I need to rent a car and, yeah, sort out all that kind of stuff. But I'm hoping to catch up with some. Gotta be aggressive, like driving in Paris, or you never get ahead. Oh, I would not fancy driving in Paris. And I'm a very confident driver, but not Paris. Nah. Been reading The Kinder vom Bahnhof Zoo. Ooh, what's that about? Just reminds me of loving America's Funniest Home Videos as a kid. 70% of that was kids eating shit. Yeah. Yeah, we had a program called You've Been Framed, which is basically the same thing. And it is basically people falling from heights, standing on rakes and it hitting them in the face. It is just pure suffering and might be why some people lack a bit of empathy in the world. And it is also utterly, utterly hilarious at times. It's brutal. The route itself is marked out. I just need to add some walls and signs so people know where to go. Cool. I hate my work roster for this week. I work until 8 PM every day this week. Gonna miss most of both of Drongo's last 2 days then. Oh, that sucks, Jones. I'm sorry. That's a long shift too, isn't it? That's a biography of a German teenage heroin addict in 1970s Berlin. Was turned into a movie. Ah. Is it interesting? It does sound interesting. Fun fact, I live in one of Jeremy Beadle's old residences. That's a cool fact. But yeah, that book sounds interesting. Wish I had a recorder when my friend as a kid did a wheelie on his bike. His front tyre fell off. He landed hard on the road. His bike flipped up in the air and landed on his groin. Yeah. Interesting but not an easy book to read. Yeah, I would have thought it probably is a challenging read, but sometimes that's what you're in the mood for. I know these days, well, I haven't read as much as I should have in recent times. I've kind of dropped off of, it's not a habit at the moment, but when I do tend to like to read a lot of non-fiction. Probably more so than fiction of late. We do actually need to convert some stuff, see if it ever turns into that pesky ancient fruit. I think we're going to have a day at home. We do need to give something to Kent. We'll give him mayonnaise or cheese. No, don't eat it. Thank you. We'll go see Clint in a minute. Movie title is Christian F. Ooh, okay, I'm going to look that up too. Okay, we'll collect this stuff there, and we'll go see Clint, and then we'll go track down Kent. Because an awful lot of birthdays in Stardew basically involve you hanging around outside a building and then thrusting a pot of mayonnaise at them the moment they step out. Hey, Sound Guru. How's your morning going? Okay, but Clint first. Because otherwise, knowing me, it will suddenly be later in the day and he'll be gone. Just habit. You okay? Amazon has it on DVD and Blu-ray, German spoken with English subtitles. I'm gonna have to look it up. Hey, we got a field snack out of a trash can. What more do you need in life? We get an ancient drum. I think we've already got that. And a chicken statue. There are a lot of chicken statues in this game. Or at least we got iridium core. And gold. Okay, that stuff's a little bit less interesting. And a totem! Oh, we got a warp totem for the mountains. That's quite handy, because we lost ours. I had a bad week of sleep, so took the sleeping pills I have and got nearly 12 hours. Ooh, you caught up well there, Sanguru. I'm glad it helped at least. Not to be too grim, but I helped a friend get off heroin by playing all-nighters on SNES games like Yoshi Island. Oh, you're a good friend, Trash. I'm glad you were able to help them. Yeah, I haven't read anything to donate. That's okay. Because I can only imagine how tough that must be. I don't have any experience of being around people on the drug. I have been around people with alcohol problems, and that is a lot in itself, without it being something quite as addictive. That's a good job. Ken, are you friends with my son? Probably. Here, have some cheese. You remember my birthday. Thank you, this is great. Hey, you like the cheese? What are we doing? There's the bone fragments, that's not going so well. Never gonna get a leak this time of year. Or actually no, we could, couldn't we? Yeah, because it's spring now, isn't it? Okay, let's go look for a leak. No worries, Sanguru. Go get some good food. You must be starving after 12 hours of sleep. I don't think I saw much of a choice, but thank you. I think that's probably because you're... Yeah, I think the decent people see it as you haven't got a choice. And then there are other people that do feel they have a choice. My mom was addicted to a combination of alcohol and morphine was hell, I bet. Yeah. Alcohol in itself is a lot. I know in my experience also it's the way that, at least from what I witnessed, alcohol sneaks up on you. And worse, can make people into really horrible people. Plenty of people who would have made the choice of fuck this, yeah. And to be fair, I wouldn't condemn those people because it must be a phenomenally hard job to support somebody through that level of addiction. And also that person's going to want the help. I never miss a chance to remind them of milestones, though. That stuff really works. That's really good. Yeah, you did good. Even worse, the combination was the only thing somewhat suppressing her severe chronic pain. Oh, that's even harder. Yeah, the friend I had who had growing alcohol issues was functioning, but to be honest, was blatantly an alcoholic because he depended on it. He was dealing with a lot of chronic pain, and that was how he started drinking because the drink helped the pain, and then it's a really hard one. Wait, where did we? Yeah, it's a really hard one to shift when it's not just that it's helping you bury your feelings, but also actually helping with pain. You never know people's struggles. I won't judge me. No, it's a lot. I mean, when I supported somebody with the alcohol thing, it didn't work out, and it took a bit of me with the situation. So yeah, it's a lot. But on the other hand, it can work out very well. Someone with chronic pain, spinal arthritis, and degenerative disc disorder leading to a herniated disc and sciatica, it's hard to not bury that pain. Yeah. Because why wouldn't you want to? Even if it's something that is really a bad idea for you, why wouldn't you? I don't have an addictive personality, but I was starting to take 10 milligrams gummies every night to sleep. It's not heroin, but it's not nice to feel like you need something. No. And yeah, I can easily see the temptation. If something makes you feel better, why would you veer away from it? We'll sell a bunch of stuff. And also store a bunch of stuff. Rest. We have ads coming up in a few minutes. I will take a quick little break when they kick in. Do have a stretch if you can. Or grab a drink, particularly if you're in Europe and you're melting right this second. I'll stick words on the stream on for everyone else in the meantime. But yeah, I'm going to have a quick stretch. Top up my drink. Non-alcoholic drink. It is the morning. Where we at? The dopamine cycle is something to look up that helped me figure out how to motivate and redirect friends with unhealthy attachments, at least from my perspective. But I'm a bit of a robot, so maybe a more freeform method would work better. Yeah, I think ultimately that's the key, isn't it? It's so individual. I got a deep tissue massage from a new masseur yesterday. My sciatica is so much better. Oh, I'm glad, Slugnatius, because I know you're suffering with that. I got a tendency towards chemical addictions for my mom, so I have to be extremely careful with any medication. Yeah, that makes sense. I can imagine. The friend I had there, well, I assume still has alcohol issues, given last time I spoke to him, he didn't know he had a problem. Despite, well, he kind of, complicated. His dad also had alcohol problems, so it was, and he had brothers who had trouble. it's even worse, it seems, when you have that tendency. Yeah, no words on the stream for people in Europe. They have to go get a drink. It's almost $200 with a tip, so I haven't had a massage in about a year. I couldn't afford it, but now I'm realising I can't afford to not do it. Yeah, if you're able to find that money, Slugnacious, that sounds like a good idea. Back, just gave a presentation for now. Ooh, good job, Lou. Welcome back. Reminds me of Fun Bobby from Friends. Yeah, the friend I had was a lot like that. In hindsight, you don't notice it necessarily until you take that step back. Yeah, he was a very different person. He was genuinely a ton of fun when he was drinking, and then it took me longer than it should have to then think, wait a minute, that's drink. Also, quite near the end of our friendship, there would be times where, that's where you feel that, where I would genuinely be thinking, which one am I going to get when I'd go visit? And that's not a good sign. Because I'd be there going, am I going to get the very miserable, depressive, who is seriously struggling and deeply, deeply anxious, and also very argumentative? Or am I going to get the fun one? And in hindsight, that's not good for me, and it's certainly not good for him. So, yeah, that's a sign of a problem. My dad finally kicked booze when he retired. Now he's a sober, emotionally abusive transphobe. Oh, that sucks. That's the trap for my dad. He was for fun drunk and was successful. Yeah, functioning alcoholics, I think, are the hardest to spot. Because they also don't notice because their life hasn't collapsed. Yeah, it's a rough one. I'm sorry, Slugnacious. 6-pack to unwind every weeknight is not a good plan for a father. No, that sounds a lot like the former friend. Ads are coming up any moment, so on this not particularly cheery note, I'm going to take a quick little break, and we're going to kick words on the stream on. Go get your break, play some words on the stream. Side note, just realised, thanks mostly to Guna's very charitable efforts, we are on 69 subscribers. Nice. So nice all around, everyone. Just 69. What a number. Which is also, I think, the highest number of subscribers I've ever had. So thank you so much, everyone. But nice. I think I'm going to screenshot that for posterity. Ads have kicked in. Yeah, ads have kicked in. Right. I didn't get a notification, so we're going to stick words on the stream on. Stop all subscription. No. I mean, yes. It won't stick around for long. But thank you all. That's very kind of you. Let's stick words on stream on, and I will be right back. Good luck with your words and stuff. Welcome back, everyone. In a very British turn, I'm going to say it now. I've just looked it up, and it is currently 32 here, 32 centigrade. It's 12 p.m. That's not good.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Thank you, Mr. I Need to Burst guy. Thank you, Guna. Yes, about 90 Fahrenheit. A lot. My part of the UK in particular is very mild, usually. Yeah, that's a lot for the year. Yeah. It's not too bad in here. Usually after the stream, I go for a post-stream walk. I don't know if I'm gonna today. Because that means I'm going to be walking at about 3 p.m, which I think is going to be the peak of the heat. Well, maybe 2 p.m. It's going to be hot. I don't think that would be advisable. You're hotter than me today, and it was 27 centigrade in Australia. Yep, we're now in the hotter than Australia era.
Nut.
Thank you for the nut button, Guna. Nut button. I don't know. Thank you. You know the most British term, hired? I didn't know hired was a thing until a Canadian streamer I watched discovered it last week. Then someone said they hired a treadmill in here today. Do not have the word hired. I suppose it's all rental? I don't know. The temperature of frail folk start to feel mortality. I am also frail folk. I am too, technically. Because with Crohn's, I am permanently dehydrated. Which is okay in the winter. This time of year, not really. And my joints are going to start hurting, because my joints do when it gets hot, so it's going to be wild. Nut bottom text.
Nut bottom text.
Thank you, Guna. 13 here, higher 24. Oh, you're lucky, Slugnacious. 32 here in Switzerland too. I don't think I'm going to leave my shaded flat. Oh, no. It's supposed to be 31 here. Oh, no. Hey, Miss Rachie, how are you doing? Thank you for Gigantify, Slugnacious. Hired is only for people here in the States and can... Oh, not stuff. I see. We just say rent. Yeah, that makes sense. Nut button are words I do not wish to see in my order oft. That's true. I'm technically frail. One of those invisible disability fun times. Good clarification. Yeah. It's annoying being invisibly frail, isn't it? I was saying that to my mum yesterday, where it feels like anytime I go to a medical appointment, it feels if I want the best service, I need to limp in. I haven't got a problem with my legs, I don't have a limp, but it just feels like maybe if I kind of staggered in and kind of had zombie makeup on, they might take it seriously. But because I look very fit and healthy and I don't know if I'm youthful anymore, but not old, they don't know what to do with that. They just kind of look and go, well, you can't be that ill. And I'm there going, yeah, I am. I'm just setting my phone back up. It updated while I was gone. Not that, to be honest, it needs to be active, but anyway. Slup. That's a 10. Sure, Lou. I will give you a permit. There we go. Fun fact, my mum made me see the Nutcracker Ballet 3 times as a kid, and I thought it was boring all 3 times. Poor Slugnacious. Bit of a roller coaster day. Minor went to, oh no, ED last night with what turns out was a kidney infection. He's still in hospital. We did find out the chemo is working. Yeah, that's a roller coaster day. I'm so glad that the chemo is working. That is huge news. How is it going with a kidney infection? Like, is he being treated now? Is he on antibiotics? Is he on the mend at least? Because I know that kidney infections in immunocompromised people can... They're not nice. I mean, they're not nice for anyone, but you know the severity. I hope he's doing okay. Oh, invisible illness is fun. Yeah, they're great. I'm 5'10", broad shoulders, quite masculine appearance. People often think I'm making it up. Yeah, I've had times where I walk in and they're there thinking, oh, look, she yeah. I mean, I go to the gym when as in when not recently sick a lot. And so I look in good shape, and I'm there going, well, I kind of am, but on the other hand, my immune system would quite like to kill me. So, yeah. And sometimes I'll have a flare, and it'll hit bad. But I look good. Well, I wouldn't say I look good. I mean, I look good as in I look healthy. I shall have a look at that link later. Thank you, Lou. Having invisible disabilities is a major disadvantage, not just with healthcare, but try to get a disability allowance if you look normal. Yeah, my mum has had that in the past. She doesn't have disability benefit anymore because they decided she was healthy enough. She wasn't. She had the exact same problems. Actually, she had more problems than she did when they first gave it to her. But yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Me taking the last free seat before a woman of a similar age gets some rad looks from people. I'm a single father with a bad back. Don't judge me. Yeah, that sucks. Hey, Infinity, how are you doing? You do actually look good. Thank you, Guna. I don't feel like I do, but I will take that because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take the compliments rather than be a bit, no, I don't. But, I'm working on it, so thank you. I'm 6 foot, 230 pounds, and got bigger arms from exercising and single dad life. People assume I'm fine. Yeah, that's the thing. I look in far better shape than I ever did before the Crohn's. It's just unfortunate that my immune system has a different idea. He's on antibiotics. It was so weird because of his other issues. He does get them semi-regularly, but this one did not present the same at all. The surgeon that came to see him pre-scan clocked it. Oh, I'm glad they clocked it immediately, at least, Miss Raichi, because that sucks. And I'm glad he's on antibiotics, because infection-wise, antibiotics are the true turnaround point. My girlfriend is a multi-organ transplant receiver. She was given at most 5 years to live 20 years ago. Oh, I mean, that's good. But yeah, it's weird how you get written off with invisible disabilities as well. And I mean, on the one hand, you want kind of the understanding and a bit of kind of respect for your issues, and on the other hand you get written off so fast. Like when I last time I went to see somebody I get to see somebody kind of twice a year to kind of check in with the Crohn's, And I went a couple of months ago, and I said, "Oh, I've been going to the gym a lot," and you could see them go kind of in awe of, "What, you can actually do that?" And you think, yeah, and it's good because you want to fight against this idea. But on the other hand, there's that little hint of you that thinks, I'm getting written off because I have Crohn's, and I'm not a fan of that. I turned down personal independence payments. I couldn't manage the check-ins and interviews at the time. I'm lucky to be able to do that. I don't blame you, Trash. Because who wants that kind of stress and that feeling that you're beholden to somebody and a system that is going to treat you like dirt, basically. Crohn's is great for a glow up. I mean, very good for weight loss if it's uncontrolled. Weight loss is amazing. Me looking like a fairly fit and strong 40-something guy with a chronic foot injury, sitting on the train's priority seat, hoping a little old lady doesn't get. Oh yeah, that's gotta be tough, Guna. She also had 4 times cancer. But wow, she is hardcore, Yala. Good job, her. I knew a guy with 1 kidney who drank quite a bit. I wonder if he should be doing that. Google, he should not. Yeah, I wonder if. I mean, ultimately it's his life, isn't it? But I would not. The lot of straight. Yeah, it's such a corrupt system. My social worker stopped talking to me when I turned it down. Oh, that's useful. No matter how big and strong you are, pain is still pain. The brain's the same size. Yeah, it was a rough one. I mean, touch wood. Weirdly, while I've been sick, the Crohn's is actually kind of sharp for a bit. I don't know why. But I know at some other point, I'm going to have a perfectly normal day that feels perfectly uneventful, and I'm eating the same food as I always do, and then I'll get to the evening and my body will just go, "Hey, have you considered doubling over in pain?" And I won't ever understand why it does that. I'm just hoping it doesn't do it at TwitchCon. It didn't last year, but I was very careful. I didn't actually eat that much at TwitchCon. I lived off of chips. I would quite like to eat actual food, but I don't know if I'm going to take that risk. I'll see how it goes. Yeah. I briefly dated a woman who had Crohn's, and she was almost 5 foot, maybe 5'2", and she was like 90 pounds. Yeah. I'm a decent weight now, but at my worst, I was 100 pounds of 5'5". I can't remember what that is in kilos, and it's 165 centimeters. Kilos, 45 kilos. And that was not healthy. She told herself to not die before her children had grown up, and then she kept getting children until about 10 years ago. Oh, that's very good. I'm glad she is doing well now. Just do what I did and eat nothing but cheese, bread, and meat for 2 weeks. It might happen, yeah. I had a lot of chips, just tons or fries, whatever you want to call them. I had a really good katsu curry. Might have that again. He never got diagnosed, but I suspect my sibling's ex-fiancé had Crohn's. He was in and out of the hospital. It is a tricky one to spot. I think a lot of people. Actually, we were going to bed, weren't we? It can look like IBS, or just kind of, oh, I've got a weird stomach. Oh, I probably just ate the wrong things that day. And then after a while, it gets to the point of going, oh, all the food is bad. Or in my case, spreading weed, damn it, spreading weeds. It was getting to the point of I could eat nothing all day, and it would still be a problem. Hey, Linus, what did you get me? Ooh, Mackie rolls. Thank you. Yeah, it's a sneaky disease, because I think in hindsight I probably had symptoms for about 10 years before. But you don't, there's always an excuse for it. It's always, dodgy stomach, or... That's weird. One of the weird things I get if the fatigue is really bad is my legs ache an unbelievable amount. And that was happening an increasing amount. And then it was, oh, that's weird, I've just overdone it. And after a while I started thinking, oh, it's if I haven't eaten that much for the day. Why are my legs agony? But you don't always join, you're too busy living life to kind of join the dots. It's good to check in with yourself. But how do you know? Japan chip buddies. That sounds kind of nice. The same guy also had OCD and took 4 hours showers. That was so hard to find. That is a long shower. But fortunately I don't have OCD, so I suppose it made sense to them. I have some form of IBS. Never diagnosed, but there's ever more stuff that my stomach and bowels disagree with very well. Yeah. I am relatively lucky. Now the Crohn's is under control. The only thing I can't eat is egg. Which is still very annoying, because I like egg. But on the plus side, like, my mum has Crohn's. She can't eat eggs, dairy, and gluten. As a one-time fan of all of those things, and it is a frustrating one for her. On the other hand, mine could change at any point, because she used to be fine to eat all those things, and then it got worse. So, I'm gonna enjoy all the dairy while I can. Hey Reb, how are you doing? OCD sucks. Zach is doing okay with his OCD right now, but showers are still an issue and my water bill is great. Ooh. See, I'm lucky that my water is not on a meter, so I could get away with very long showers. Well, let's water this. Catch up with chat. I got a timer to try and help. Yeah, that's a good idea. Timer's not super helpful if it's an OCD thing, but it seems helping a bit. That's good. I also took an 8-hour shower once, but that was due to kidney pain from a stone and being so exhausted I just had to sit down in my bathtub and such. I don't think I can. Ooh, that sounds awful, Infinity. Seems like so much time to have been stolen by mental health. But I spent a few years in my 20s in my bed all the time for my depression, so I didn't know about that. A few years in bed probably contributed to my back problems. Look, yeah, that was rough. Also, isn't it frustrating where you feel like you've missed out on a portion of your life? Where you're there, for me, because of when my Crohn's was undiagnosed, I still feel like I'm trying to catch up for lost time. And of course you can't catch up for lost time, so it's just really frustrating. Just did groceries and saved a wasp from being stuck in my apartment. Oh, good job, Reb. Especially looking out for wasps. So many people don't like wasps, and they still deserve to live. Even if they, they can be a bit vicious, they deserve to live. So, well done. I can't eat soy, coconut, apples, almost all vegetable seed oils, and a lot of other common additives. Oh, that must be rough to track down, Yala. Because food is sneaky. It's the sort of frustration you need to learn to let go, or it will consume you. Yeah. I'm working on it. Some, in typical kind of cliche style, some days and weeks are better than others. Like, at the moment, because I've been kind of laid up with being sick, that's when it gets to me a bit more. I also kind of have underlying, without getting too miserable about it, I have kind of underlying of, it felt like I wasted a lot of my 20s because I struggled massively after my dad died. And with all kinds of mental health issues. And then, of course, when I got sick in my late 30s, and then it was, I've lost time again. But you do absolutely need to make your peace with it. And I'm a lot better than I used to be. But, yeah, it's a frustrating one. I'm not bitter is the key thing. I was definitely bitter for a while. Both for grief and the Crohn's. But for the most part, I'm not bitter, I'm just a little bit irritated. I do know people who did get very bitter, bitter about their illness and feeling like they'd lost a lot of their life. And it's valid, but if, like you said, if it eats you up, that's a problem. Same. Diagnosed mid-30s, now mid-40s. They're trash. It's going to sound like I'm trying to give myself a backhanded compliment. You compliment yourself, Slugnacious. A lot of people considered me good-looking, and it made things harder at times then. Like, oh, this good-looking person, good-looking guy can't have depression and autism. There is something, yeah, I get that, because, I mean, I don't get that personally. I don't tend to get, I'm not seeking compliments, I just don't tend to get many compliments. But yeah, I think it's that surface thing. People look and think, well, they look fine, they look like they've got their life together. What's going on with them? Yeah, they must be making a big deal out of it. Yeah, we have, as a society in the West at least, we have a really stupid idea of, you look fine, why don't you act like you're fine? I really do not like wasps. Oh, well, Red, but even better that you saved the wasp. If they get stuck behind the glass and just sit there exhausted, it's no trouble to get them up to the gallery and, if necessary, feed them some sugar. That is very good of you, Reb, because if you really don't like wasps, that would have been so much easier for you to walk by and go, it's not my problem. So, well done, Reb. Sometimes it just sneaks into my mouth. Pretty much cook everything fresh from raw ingredients, and even then, yeah, I would have thought that's probably the best solution, Yala, but a frustrating one. I was recommended coconut water by some students. Oh boy, this is not what I thought it would taste like. Yeah, I've tried coconut water recently because it was recommended to me as a good kind of way of, I don't know, giving you something different to drink. I can't drink it neat. I have to add some orange squash, or cordial would be the better term here, and I have to mix it into a bunch of things to make it work. And it's kind of nice then, but it's not what I expected it to taste like at all. It was a little bit, the first taste was, ugh. The effect the construct has, rather than whether you have it or not, I think. That's key to the prognosis. Yeah, definitely trash. Thank you, Kuna. You're awesome too. I was bitter for a while as I get my mental health together this past 18 months and overcome my domestic situation with my ex, but now I'm just grateful. My parents are 73 and still don't have it together. Undiagnosed ADHD and autism respectively, and toxic marriage. And you're doing good, Slugnacious, because yeah, I think we can all find kind of older or old people who you're there going, nah, okay, turns out I'm a bit ahead there, that's good. And it is all relative. I only started bed rotting in that way the past few years. Glad you got out of that, and it's really impressive that you managed being a single dad and raising your kids all while sorting out your own situation. By gay, yeah. Going to the bathroom often has been taking me 4 to 6 hours since 2016. Oh, I'm sorry, Infinity. I bought coconut water and both my kids separately told me they tried it at my ex-wife's and it was terrible. They were correct. Yeah, you gotta mix it in with some other stuff. Yeah, pretty much. I like coconut water texture, almost gel-like nuance in the volume as you drink it. Yeah, it does have a different texture, doesn't it? But I have tried, before I was sick, so only a couple of weeks ago, I was trying to mix up a drink that was part orange cordial, part coconut water, part regular water, and some clear protein powder. That was cranberry and raspberry flavour. That was actually really nice. I need to get back to that, but I haven't quite been doing the basics of looking after myself since I've been slowly getting better, because I'm still not quite, as demonstrated by the cough just now, I'm still not quite 100%. But I think as the week goes by, I will become that. At least I better, because, I'm going away at the end of the week. Any good thing about 2016 is when I think about wasted time, I look around and realise everyone looks at brain rot and social media for 12 hours a day now anyway. Yeah. Some of those people are perfectly happy with that, which I kind of quietly envy a tiny bit. Because my problem is, to sound like somebody in a job interview, I know I'm quite ambitious, so I'm never quite happy. I'm always there going, oh, but what if I could do this? What if I could do that? Yeah, I'm just going to do this one. Fruit. Cow, goat. Oh, there we go. Where am I at? I think you said, but I had an ADHD moment. How long is your trip? I'm only in the Netherlands Friday to Monday. So not too long at least. Just to sound like a stuck record, please make sure you actually rest at some point. Guna, I did some work yesterday, so I don't have any work to do after I finish this stream or all tomorrow. I am hoping to get to the gym tomorrow, but that's it. Wednesday I've got a little bit of work. But no, some of it depends on what's going on with a car. But I think I've got too much on this week. So no, I will make sure I rest. And I don't think the way the heat is going, I don't think I'm even going for the post-stream walk today. I think I might die. No, I don't think it'd be borderline. Because it's 33 centigrade out there, and I'm not cut out for that. This may sound bleak, but as someone who doesn't think there is a meaning to life, people being happy at no one else's expense is fine by me. Yeah, it's valid. Yeah, it's a nice weekend. It is a bank holiday today, Rib. Yeah. Yes. Delayed response, but I love coconut. There we go, we found... Let's not judge Hannah, but let's all quietly look at Hannah and think, we found one. We found one that likes the stuff. I cannot suggest relaxing, as I burn that bridge without sounding hypocritical. No, I am mostly going to relax. No one should be exercising 33. Yeah, I'm not doing that, Miss Ragey. I did my walk this morning when it was about 22, and that was kind of... I can't. I don't think it would be wise. Oh yeah, sorry, Trash, you do, don't you? Yes. But yeah, for those who are worrying, I'm not going to relax enough. My plan, which does have a little bit of flexibility, because again, I don't know what they're going to tell me about the car tomorrow. Today, I'm not doing anything after this stream. I'm just going to chill. I don't know. Probably, I'm not if it's getting up to 33 centigrade, I don't think me and my mum taking an Uber to the pond, the kind of water park, is probably a good idea. I think we might low-key die. So probably skip that. So a day of not doing much. Tomorrow I am hoping to go to the gym, but I'm specifically going to tell my trainer, who I haven't seen in 2 weeks, that I want to do this specific workout that we do when I'm low energy. So I'll see how that goes. Also, if kind of halfway through I can't do it, well, that's that. Again, I'll be taking an Uber to and from the gym. And then I don't think that having anything else is happening that day. I'll be phoning the garage to see what's going on with the car. Wednesday I've got a little bit of work in the morning. That's it. Thursday I'll be streaming and theoretically be going to the gym. I need to see what's going on, because I might have to go rent a car on Thursday. That's kind of it. So it's a fairly restful-ish few days. It's the heat that's the problem. 32 was my hard limit for temperature for jogging when I was super into distance running, and that required a lot of hydration. Wow. I saw somebody running this morning and they were melting. You could see the sweat running off them. Please put Loki died on my tombstone. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't want to... 32 means... no. Yeah, I don't want to low-key die. So... yeah, I'm going to have to make sure I rest. I'm going to drink plenty. It is annoying. I like getting my steps in. Edinburgh Marathon was yesterday. Oh, good grief. That was not safe. Where was I at? Yes, I'm going to try and rest. There are things I want to do, but not things that involve physical exertion. Like, I want to tidy up what is going on. Well, I say that, the half-broken TTS isn't really the end of the world. But there are things... yeah. I'm going to make sure I sleep well. Because like I said, I'm still not 100%, which I was hoping I would be. But I could... To also sound like a stuck record, I could really do with knowing what is going on with the car. So I'm hoping tomorrow is going to lift a bit of stress off of me. Because at this point, as long as they know what it is, I kind of don't care. It's obviously, the rate it's going, it's going to cost me crazy amounts of money, but I just need them to know what it is so they can fix it. And if they can ideally fix it by the end of Thursday, that would be amazing. But yeah. I saw a joke on a tombstone once. I can't remember what it said exactly, but it was along the lines of, "Bye jerks, stay cool," or something like that. I like that. Probably to match... Yeah, as we all know, I talk too much about all the things I would like to do, and you're all quietly there going, for the love of God, Hallie, just do a little bit less for 5 minutes. My dad doesn't have a tombstone because he was cremated, and as we mentioned on a previous stream, his ashes currently reside in my mother's wardrobe. But he has a memorial bench, and his memorial bench has on it something... so much universe, so little time. Because he was a very similar view to me, where there were so many things he wanted to do, and there was so little time to do them all. It's a Terry Pratchett quote as well. Can't spoofy the horse. We're not pulling Spoofy out of luck. My tombstone will be respawning in 3, 2, 1 connection. I kind of like that. Oh wait, you need a pet. How are you doing, Gamontoria? I forgot we called that one Gamontoria. Yeah, Terry Pratchett was great. My dad was a very big fan of his stuff. Well, actually, no. Having been online, I probably wouldn't say my dad was a very big fan, because there are some very big fans out there. But he read all the books, was a big fan. I've still said it, haven't I? But yeah. What are we dropping off? We're going to drop off. Have we got any bombs or food, or should we just wing it? Because winging it has worked well for us, hasn't it? Nobody say a word. What's the schedule of a TC anyway? I'm so out of the loop. I don't know what the plans are for anything. But I know TwitchCon is for Saturday and the Sunday. I'm there the Friday to the Monday. When is the community meetup? Is it the Saturday or the Saturday afternoon? I think, hold on, I will check for you. I think it is 4 PM. Let's have a look. 3 PM. Maybe it's 4 PM for the time zone? I'm sure it is 4 PM. Okay, well the meetup is then. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think on Discord it's... If you go on Spoofy or Drongo's events on Discord, it says the time, and I think it's saying 3 PM for me because of time zones. But yeah, so it's 4 PM. Whatever. Words. 4 PM Saturday. It's where it was last year. So that park off of TwitchCon, off the conference centre. Other than that, I don't really know what any of the plans are. I'm going to a couple of talks, hopefully, at Drongo's doing. I'm going to a meet and greet for Ultrasaurus. And I'm meeting up with Crafton Friday. I don't know after that. Maybe your dad's been able to have some chinwags with Terry, wherever they are now. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I have most of his books. Over half the Discworld books in first edition hardcover, plus most or all of the secondary works. Nanny Ogg's cookbook is hilarious. Oh, that's great, Yala. The early Discworld novels got me more confident at writing fiction that involved atypical elements. That's really good. It's good to see that inspiration. When I was first learning to write properly, I did try to conform, but Terry's work convinced me otherwise. That's good. That's how it should be. I'm 10 to 15 minutes walking distance away. My morning was Fridays. I work at a local school to 11:30. Ooh, I might be in touch with him, Reb. I haven't worked out my plans because I get into Amsterdam like lunchtime. I haven't worked out what I'm going to do with a Friday. So I will let you know. It's probably going to depend on how the week goes, because I might just have a chill time on a Friday Just check into my hotel and meet up with Crafton. I don't know. But I would definitely be about. I'm wondering if Friday I might just go with a low-key day to kind of settle in. And then Saturday and Sunday I will definitely see you. We don't have to be both days. I'm not there going, you be here all times. But I will be about. Yeah, you're not just trying, Yarly. You are actually writing fiction. Good job. 60 pages is a lot. The dodgy car park meetup. I felt so sus rolling up to it. It was yeah, it worked, but I liked being by the park. There was a nice bit of water. But it was kind of weird. I do so wish I could be there, but priority. Yeah, I'm sorry you can't be there, Lou. It'd be good to meet up. Someone who went to a handful of conventions before kids. I can't wait until my daughter is old enough to want to go with me. Yeah, it's a good experience. I used to go to a lot in kind of my late 20s, and I didn't for a while. So TwitchCon last year was my first con for a very long time. It was very good. I have to admit, I am kind of nervous. I have the fear of missing out and the fear of not having anything to do. I mean, I say that I'm very good at doing stuff on my own. Not meant in that way. But yeah, it's always that fear of, what if I miss it? Yeah, that thing where you kind of, to be blunt, you want everyone to be excited to meet up with you is kind of it. But it will all work out. Where am I at? No worries, Rib, yeah. As far as I know, Crafton's got tickets for TwitchCon, so he's going to be there all weekend. I don't know what his specific plans are. Yeah, all I know is I'm going to meet up with him after he finishes work on Friday. The internet HTTP headers also love Terry Pratchett. The GNU Terry Pratchett signal goes through many website headers every day on every single day on every connection. Oh, that's pretty cool. I lived 3 miles from Magfest for 12 years, and I was like, oh, cool. Didn't even think about it like that until you pointed. See, I was trying to get ahead of you, Guna. I'm the opposite. My friends usually have to drag me to them. There. I'm always to go with kind of old school hang-ups. Over the years, I haven't necessarily had the best of friends, to be blunt, as in I've kind of had various times in my life where I've kind of have actually been left out of things. So I'm always a little bit kind of, it's a leftover hang-up, while also realising that I have a lot better friends now. Albeit friends that don't live anywhere near me, but a lot better friends. It's just natural insecurity. I'm melting. Oh, how bad is it, Aurora? Put me in your fridge. I don't know if you want to go to Australia to calm the melting. I don't know if that's the solution in life. I came up with some toxic friends 5 years ago, and it was a great choice. Yeah, I did similar, Slugnacious. Oh, it's nice and cool. Oh, okay. We all need to go to Australia. What is going on where it's better for the Europeans to go to Australia? Let's tidy that up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, as a kind of quick example of the not so great friends I had, I remember once it was my 25th birthday. Well, actually, I've had some bad experiences with birthdays. Anyway, I arranged a birthday party for my 25th because it was relatively not long after my dad died. And I was depressed, and I was I want a good night with a whole bunch of friends. And I planned this birthday party, organised a venue, DJ, proper party. And then literally everyone in the kind of week before just made excuses as to why they couldn't come. And I cancelled the party, and it was exactly as miserable as you would expect. So, yeah. And then about a year or two after that, one friend, I was going to make we had kind of loose plans of we'd do something for my birthday. And she texted me the day before and actually literally said, Oh, well, I've been offered something I'd rather do, so I'm going to go to that. And she truly did just go, oh, I got a better offer, which is wild. But anyway, so stuff like that makes me a little bit worried I'm kind of at the bottom of the priority list, which I'm not saying anyone makes me feel that way, it's just emotions. Emotions are complicated. Let's catch up and chat. Where are we at? One of them was chatting with me over text messages every day, and then a bunch of them went on vacation together and didn't tell me. Yeah, that sounds like the kind of people I would have known. Yeah. Cold in the morning, then nice but rainy midday. Oh, that sounds great, though. I always manage to convince myself that people are just pretending to like me, even friends I've had for decades. Really fun. Oh, that sounds like me, Hannah. So much me. Before I make a boo-boo by planning things for crafting, you do like board games, right? I don't know anything about board games, Rib. Assume I'm like a stupid 8-year-old that only knows the most basic board games in the world, and that is me. I don't even know how to play Ticket to Ride, and I have tried to figure out the rules, and I get confused. Having said that, I'm all too keen to learn. I just wanted to kind of temper expectations, because I don't know anything. There's something about board games that kind of breaks my head, and I don't understand why. But I would like to learn, because I do stuff like buy Ticket to Ride and then struggle to understand how to play it. Bobby. Oh my god, I hope she always has crumbs in her bed. I love that. I love that. That is such a good way of making somebody suffer. That's well behaviour. Fudge her. FRB. Thank you. Allie, I'm very sad about specifically not getting to catch up with you at TwitchCon. Oh, it would have been so good, Gunnar, if I was able to meet up with you. I keep saying it, I am still hoping that one day I'm going to make it to Australia. If the house and the car and all the other things that get in the way could stop burning down, figuratively rather than literally, because I don't want it to move on to literally, it is still in my head of that is what I want to do. Those friends would always be like, oh, we didn't think you would want to go, which fair given my 20s, but I told them repeatedly to stop assuming that. Yeah, those people suck. Oh, I have no idea why I thought you really liked... No, Reb, I do not know board games. But I would like to, so don't hold that against, that's fine. About once every 18 months or so, I get stuck in a ridiculous remote possibility. I'm actually a completely incompetent idiot, and everyone in my work life is just being nice to me out of pity. Ooh, that sounds familiar, Guna. I get into a loop where if I'm struggling for whatever reason mentally, I kind of shut myself off a bit, and then because I'm just kind of tired and I haven't got the energy, but by doing so, I then get stuck into a loop.
Can we?
Where do we go?
Gunnar Phone Cave gifted. Twitch controls me vibrator a subscription. Gunnar Phone Cave gifted a tier 1 sub to Twitch controls me vibrator. They have given 147
I love the little accent from Brian there, where it's just Twitch controls me vibrator. Brian's got that. Thank you, Gunnar. Thank you for the gift sub. But yeah, I get into a loop where I basically hide away a bit, and then while hiding away go, see, nobody likes you, and you're there going, because you didn't reach out to anyone. Why are you like this? And it's what I do. And I've done that a little bit lately. Streaming has actually helped, because it kind of forces me to poke my head up. Definitely that other country nearby. If I'm going all the way to Australia, I want to see New Zealand as well, don't worry. My cousin recently travelled around New Zealand and Australia at the start of the year, and I hated her. I was also incredibly pleased for her, but I hated her. And Aurora, I would love to meet you too. Guna just walks up to Hallie in person and says, Guna of One Cave has gifted a sub to TwitchCon's balls. What a greeting. Every so often, my brain short-circuits and I become convinced that no one would like me. Normally I wake up the next day and I'm fine. Sleep does help. Sleep is a very good thing to make you go, wait a minute, maybe nobody hates me. don't want to dox myself too bad, but I'm a patent examiner, and I normally work on boring computer networking stuff. But I recently got an application for a sex toy chat can control. Wow. I did years ago as you all know, I'm a tech journalist. Years ago, I did write some articles about sex toys that, you could control from an app from anywhere in the world. And that was a really cool thing to write about. And then weirdly, I got put on a mailing list where I just get emailed all the time about the latest porn films from some particular company. So, and I haven't written about that for about 10 years or more. Now we're getting back to the serious subjects after me saying that. Sometimes I'm so lonely that it's like an actual physical ache, but at the same time I'm scared of everyone and everything and feel very annoying. Oh, Mel, I know that feeling. Hey, cutie, how you doing? Every 18 months, I feel like this every day. How about you? No, joking, I feel this about me. I have big imposter syndrome, which is funny because at the same time I think I'm the best ever. I have 2 dogs in me. Yeah, I can feel that. Because I think I come across quite... I don't know if I do right this second, but generally I think I come across quite confident and like I've got it together.
Can we?
And no. But I'm good at faking.
Gunnar gifted Toy Division a subscription. Gunnar gifted a tier 1 sub to Toy Division. They have given 148 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Gunnar. You were incredibly generous tonight, so I appreciate you. I appreciate you when you're not generous. You just appreciate your existence. Thank you for the gift sub to Toy Division. Do we all think everyone hates us? I think we do. Yeah. Sleep is the ultimate gym. It actually is. Yeah. And hey, friendly kin, how are you doing? For me, the black thoughts come at night. Was afraid to go to bed for a long time. Yeah, same Yala. Nighttime is a tough time for brains. They're exhausted, but also they're on their own, and it is a lot. I knew one woman at the office who worked in the sex toy division of a patent office. Such a funny combination of boring and exciting work. Writes about sex toys, gets put on a list. I did once. Yeah. I feel like I keep missing people coming in to chat when Zach distracts me. He does want to hang out, but does want to come in and talk to me every few minutes. Mel, you've somehow made Zach sound a little bit like a cat. Where it's, hey, look at me. I don't want you, but look at me. I'm sorry you feel that way too, Infinity. I think maybe we all feel like that. Which is a telling sign that maybe our brains are liars. Zach is going out with his support worker tomorrow and wants to talk about all the chips he's going to buy. Nice. That is a good life. Depressed, and some of your situations hit the 20 on the dartboard. Oh, I'm sorry, friendly kin. That sounds rough. I very genuinely love that we're simultaneously talking about sex toys and convincing ourselves we're hated. Yeah. Not by the sex toys, though. They love us. He's a cat. Seriously, it's so funny. He even will rub his head on your shoulder since he does not love hugs. Oh, that's really sweet. Again, very cat-like. But yeah, we all kind of need to remind ourselves that we're not actually hated, don't we? That's clearly a little part of the human condition. Which is not good. If I've learned anything, it's that our brains are even worse at communicating than we are. Yeah. Brains are amazing liars. But the problem is, when they're lying to you, it's very hard to see through that. Because again, amazing liars. But weirdly for me, I have found streaming has helped massively. Which is an odd one, because streaming, you're there. And also, you're putting yourself out there. Every time I stream, I'm still a little bit worried that nobody's going to turn up. Because, it could happen. Everyone's got lives, Twitch is very, very competitive. There are a lot of options out there. But generally it helps me. But it helps me a little bit in the same way that the gym does. Thank you for a follow. We have anonymous follows, so welcome in. Yeah, your brain also lies about the gym and is a little bit... even though I like the gym, I never want to go to the gym. I'm always there going, yeah, but you don't have to. And streaming sometimes is a bit like that. If you're struggling mentally, I can feel the bad thoughts going, yeah, but what if you didn't stream? Yeah, that'd be okay. And then I've learnt, somewhat the hard way, to ignore that part of my brain and just go do it. Because, touch wood, every stream has always made me feel better. But it's amazing how much your brain, basically, when it's struggling, goes straight to, have you considered doing nothing? As in, have you, the worst kind of nothing. Thank you for the hydrate. If something is nagging at you, don't be surprised.
Can we?
Don't be surprised. What gift sub are we gonna get?
Guneraphonacave gifted Aurora's _dad a subscription. Guneraphonacave gifted a tier 1 sub to Aurora's _dad. They have given
That's very
149
wholesome.
gift subs in the channel.
Unless something has been said in chat and I haven't caught up yet. Thank you for the gift sub to Aurora's dad, Guna. If something's nagging at you, don't be surprised if it's related to or about something completely different. Oh, absolutely, Rib. My brain is my worst enemy when I am either grieving, like around the anniversary of my dad's death, or his birthday, or Father's Day, or when there's just grief in the picture. Like, a few weeks ago I had to go to a funeral, and the person whose funeral it was didn't directly affect me, but it was seeing other loved ones struggle. And my brain that whole time was just pure, you suck. You don't deserve to have any friends. You're a horrible person. You don't deserve good things. And there is no logical reason for it than other than my brain just went, ugh, grief's horrible. Have you considered hating yourself? How does that make any sense? But brains are stupid like that. Anyway, chat went busy for a moment there, and I have ADHD, so I'll just say hi to the people who come in. Yeah, chat is good and busy. The awkward moment when I left Twitch playing on my phone and parent in my room and you're all talking about sex toys. Oh, that'll explain my gift sub. I'm sorry, Aurora. Yeah. Welcome back, Tangura. Have you got good food? Oh gosh, people in sunlight make me feel better in small doses. Yeah, we all need that bit of peacetime too. Zach and I love to touch all the trees on our walks to see if they feel nice. Oh, I love that. That's really nice. Try to live by the motto, a year from now, what will you wish you had done today? Oh, that requires you to know what you wish you'd done today. I don't always know. Are you my brain, Hallie? Sounds like mine. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, the you suck and everyone hates you thing only really truly hits with the grief thing, but it sucks. The more time I'm spending on Twitch, the more I feel like I'm here too much and everyone hates me. No, Aurora, that's your stupid brain. Hating myself was my nickname in college. Oh, cutie. My brain has been telling me that it's my fault my daughter's mother left because I chose to have a daughter with her. No brain. Slugnacious, no. Your brain, bad. Stayed in bed. Actually, yeah. But otherwise, a lot of the time, I don't know what I would do today. At least not in a logical, this is what I can actually do. Lately, there have definitely been times where I've just wanted to get on a plane. There are specific locations in mind, but sometimes it's just literally leave. But I can't actually do that. I mean, I suppose technically I am doing that for Ida. Away, mummy. Trying to kill the skellies. The ghost even, not the skellies. Or eat pizza. Sometimes my brain just wants to eat pizza at a quite disproportional level. Therapy is good for counteracting our brains. And therapists, if they're good. Yeah, I used to have a therapist. It did help for a while, and then it didn't. And I think that was partly the choice of therapist, and partly... I found the gym helps me a lot more these days. So I'm sure at some point I will be back to therapy. But not right now. I think a lot of it, to sound kind of cliched, I think a lot of it was I ended up feeling too self-aware. Like, I knew what she was getting at, but that didn't necessarily... Like, I know what I need to fix, it's trying to work out how to fix it. I normally know my goals, and so moving towards that has a part. I've never really known my goals. Not in a bad way, I don't like having goals. Things change, yeah. I'm not a fan of goals. But that's just me, right? I just had a cheese-stuffed crust pizza and garlic bread. Oh, that sounds so good, Goon. Why do I immediately want that? Yeah, I now want pizza. Tempura chicken and rice. That sounds good too. Therapy is also unfortunately tricky, given the search for a good therapist for cost and the time. Yeah, absolutely. I do really want pizza now. We have ads coming up in about 30 seconds. Do I need a break? Kind of don't. I kind of want to keep going. We could stick words on the streamer. Okay, we'll stick words on the streamer. I do really want pizza, and this is all Gooner's fault. And I shouldn't have pizza. Ooh, bombs. I know what pizza I want too, and I can't get it delivered here. Which is not useful. No worries, Mel. It's lovely to have had you for so long. Take care, and I'll catch up with you soon. Have a good sleep. I dumped my last therapist. I was there dealing with things after a rough breakup. The second she learned...
Gunnar gifted Gooey Pizza a subscription. Gunnar gifted a tier 1 sub to Gooey Pizza. They have given 150 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub, Gunnar, to Gooey Pizza. Thank you. I dumped my last therapist. I was there dealing with things after a rough breakup, and the second she learned I have ADHD, she tried to pivot into developing coping methods for that. Like, no, I'm good. I have those. See, mine managed to totally miss that I almost certainly have ADHD, and was just, oh, you're really quick at stuff, and you get easily distracted, and you have to do 6 things at once to relax. And in hindsight, I needed a different therapist. Fun thing about typing 130 words per minute is you sometimes type out things you would normally say out loud like that. Yeah, it makes sense. Now when I recover from my art, I want to start learning other dance styles. That sounds cool, Lou. I've been wanting to get into therapy again, but the times I have asked my doctor, her excuses are but the wait list, and asked to go to student psychologist. Denied because they can't help me. Yeah, nah. I know this depression is one of the worst ones, and I don't know how to reach out anymore. I'm done with being told ain't sick, and oh, that is so restrictive. I'm sorry, friendly kitten. Yeah, I was scared of getting a dud therapist for a long time, which kept me off pursuing it. I think I've lucked out and gotten one who is massively on the same page. Oh, that's really good. But yeah, self-loathing sucks, Gunnar, but I'm glad they're on the right page with everything else. Right, I've been talking through that. Well, the ads end in a minute, so we'll just carry on. And I will catch up with those who I basically replied to and then they haven't heard. It's been a really nice stream, so thank you all, chat. It is definitely getting hotter, though. I know I keep saying it, but man, it's getting hotter. So yeah, I won't be going for the post-stream walk because I like having liquid in my body. Kind of weird, but still. Why is the temperature at now? Yeah, we're up to 33. Cool. Cool is not the word here. Welcome back from ads, everyone. If you were behind ads, you didn't hear me say something that caused a lot of reaction. So where are we at? I'm going to catch up a little bit for those who didn't hear. Sanguru, that...
Can we?
I saw that gift sub.
Gunnar Cave gifted Liquid in Mipants a subscription. Gunaraphonic have gifted a tier 1 sub to Liquid in Me Pants.
Liquid
they have
in me
given
pants.
151 gift subs in the channel.
Not pants, pints. Kind of liquid in me pants. Brian definitely has developed an accent. I don't know the location, but there's an accent. But yes, anger. It sounds like a good plan to get rid of a therapist. The mine managed to totally overlook I clearly had ADHD, and I think that was I did not need that in my life. And Friendly Kitten, oh, actually I replied to you, but Friendly Kitten, you deserve all the hugs, and you deserve a bit of understanding, and I'm sorry it's so hard. I hope things improve for you. And Infinity, your presence is always welcome. So yeah, never worry about having to apologise. You're good people. We had cognitive behavioural therapy at the end of 2024, and it changed my life. I've heard really good things of cognitive behavioural therapy. If I went back to therapy, or should I say when, because it's bound to happen at some point, I think that would work well for me. Talking therapy didn't, in hindsight, it helped a little bit. I think I need something else. I need something a bit more interactive, because talking, to be blunt, the rational side of me tends to understand. The rational part of me is going, yeah, I shouldn't feel that way. I know exactly why I feel this way, but I shouldn't feel this way. And I need to learn better tools for sorting that, because I am quite self-aware. The only reason I got a therapist after only 4 months on a waiting list was because I was on the suicide watch list. I no longer am. Oh, I'm sorry, Yarla. I'm glad you are no longer, but on the other hand, a 4-month waiting list when you're on the suicide watch list, that's not good. But I hope they've helped now. I want to go back to mine, but legit cannot afford it right now. Yeah, therapy is expensive. Press 1 if you like liquid in your body. I mean, yeah. But yeah, it's always good to have Friendly Kitten around. Same to literally everyone that is chatting right now. And probably a bunch of you are lurking right now, but you are all valued, you are all important. You all deserve to be treated properly. Hey, knows Bjorn. Liquid in me pints. Yeah. I did CBT last night and it changed my life. That's good. Because, yeah, I've heard so many good things about it. For me, if I ask so many times to get rejected, I just stop asking. Because I get tired of always having to reach out to friends, therapy, doctors. Yeah, I get that. I feel the same. It is exhausting. Waiting on a formal ADHD diagnosis. I had the test last week. Some doubt whether it's ADHD or a side effect of my autistic burnout. I hope the tests go well, Yarla. Actually, you've had the test. I hope the diagnosis goes well. Sorry. My therapist helped me find the structures, frameworks, and words for me to make all the things going on with me manageable and approachable. The more people talk about the good therapist, the more I've realised I did not have a good therapist. But she seemed nice and useful on the surface, but she was not it. Unfortunately, I think being in my 40s and having found healthy self-talk and coping mechanisms renders a lot of therapy redundant, or at least very hit and miss. Yeah, I think that might be how I feel too, Trash. Because, yeah, I know I can do all that. It's just trying to kind of deal with something else. Oh, I'm glad the therapy's covered by insurance. That's good, Yarla. Anyway, guys, I have the perfect therapy. That is the advice I always get from when I say I'm depressed. Have you tried just not being sad? Yeah, that's all that's the solution to everything. Have you just tried not? While you're at it, have you tried not having a broken leg? Yeah. How many times have we all heard that? Also, while we're at it, if you're chronically ill, have you tried turmeric and yoga? Could work. Worth a go. Please don't. You do what works for you. Go punch the person who says that. That will probably make you feel better. If you have anxiety, have you ever tried to just not worry? Yeah, do that. Just don't worry. Go Hakuna Matata. Poor old Simba's dad died in horrific circumstances, but have you tried not worrying about it? No worries, Dread. Enjoy your look. Lovely to have you here, and thank you for the gift subs earlier. Oh, yeah. Coping mechanisms made my depression and burnout much. Yeah, that's rough. That is very. That's the thing. It's so individual too. I can recommend drinking more water. Yep, water will solve everything. Yep. Get your hydration in, chat. It solves all things, especially raging chronic migraines. That is the solution. People love recommending turmeric. They really do. And I mean, it's a really nice spice to add to your food. Not going to solve your life, sadly. I wish it did. Try just calming down. I'll swing my Hakuna into their matatas. Valid. If you have gender dysphoria, have you considered just manning the fuck up? Yeah. Yeah. Also, have you tried burying your feelings? That works too. We can all look at previous generations and learn that burying your feelings is the answer to everything. I mean, it's not a good answer, but it's an answer. Well, wait, have you tried exercise? Yeah. And the worst part is, exercise has helped me a bit, but guess what? It hasn't magically cured me. Getting ready to clip Hallie reading out my last message to ruin her life. Don't you dare, Guna. Don't you dare. Hallie seemed really nice. I mean, she told people to man the fuck up, and now we hate her. Okay, I'm feeling waking up at 5 a.m. Oh, I bet, Slug Nation. 5 a.m. is early. Turmeric-infused coconut water. Yeah, that'll do it. I can't move my body because it hurts so bad. But yeah, let me go run a mile real quick. Yeah. Turmeric stains everything, though, and for that I low-key hate it. Hannah, don't pour it over your clothes. You have to eat it all the time. Just get a little spice thing, pour it down your throat. It'll be fine. I describe myself often as an egg with holes for arms and legs so I can function. Don't worry, Wit. Don't you save your spoons. We all love you anyway. Bro, my friend is a certified psychologist, and once I was talking to him like 10 years ago. I'm depressed, can't get out of bed, terrified of finding a job, can't do anything. And he was like, dude, just go work. Both my aunt and uncle are psychologists. And I remember once, it was a year after my dad died, bearing in mind he died in very traumatic experiences that I witnessed. And it was, a whole messed up situation. And then about a year after he died, when I was still in a very deep depression and hugely struggling with literally existing, because I had flashbacks and it was truly traumatic. And then I fell over and broke my foot. And that was even worse, because then I was incapacitated, miserable, had basically no friends because of the stuff I discussed earlier. They were all useless. And I had all the flashbacks and the traumatic PTSD, and they would wake me up. I'd wake up in the night incredibly upset by these dreams, and of course go to sit up and hurt my foot. So you can imagine, I was in a very, very dark place, and I remember my aunt and uncle, the psychologists, came over once, and then at some point they quietly took my mum aside and then went, do you think Hallie might be depressed? And my mum looked at her, or looked at my aunt and uncle and just went, what do you think? Because my mum was always a very supportive person. But it was just wild that they were a bit, she might be depressed. And you think, literally her entire life has imploded in very traumatic style and she can't walk. What do you think? So, psychologists can be very stupid. And I'm related to them. Also, side note, my uncle is an expert and actually gets sent round the world to talk about PTSD. Bro, just no. Anyway, I'm going to catch up with chat, but it is just... Okay. Deep sigh. Hannah literally said, instructions unclear, I'm staying. Wait, don't cover your clothes in the turmeric. Don't do it. It won't help. I mean, it might cure the chronic illness in your clothes. Yeah, don't bathe. No bathing in my turmeric. You just make you. I assume it'll make you look like somebody out of The Simpsons. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Have you tried not falling? Yeah, I really should. I did a really crappy job of not falling. Total failure. One nice moment for my boomer dad was when I told him going to therapy every week and taking my medication daily is me pulling myself up by my own bootstraps. And he actually had a kind of aha moment. Yeah, that's people for you. Me, hello, I have diagnosed ADHD. Adult, but you did well in school. Yeah. Ellie looks a bit sad, doesn't she? Yeah. I can't. This is why I have a complicated relationship with other relatives, because my mum is very good. But the others, I got no clue. I don't think they fully understand the trauma I went through, which I think to an extent you can't unless you are right there. But on the other hand, a bit of empathy doesn't go far. It goes far. It doesn't take a lot of effort. Anyway, Trash, lovely to have you here. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Maybe that's why they haven't cured lupus yet. They haven't dipped any cloves in turmeric. Yeah, that'll do it. Base cloves and cumin, not in turmeric, please. So there we go. Yeah, I think I am all caught up with my little side dose of ranting about family. But yeah, psychologists. I mean, I'm not denying psychologists mean well. Sometimes they miss the mark. My GP on the first day when I was there for depression treatment had been there for vaccination before. You just had it too good in life. Whoa. You've had zero mental health problems if you ever had to do any effort or weren't brought up so cosily and pampered. War refugee family never owning a place they lived by a way. I only got $500 a month for my parents to study medicine. Went on for 5 minutes, then silence for a minute. So you're feeling better now? Sure, yeah. Where kind of related to that, at some point I can't remember when, but sometime in the first year after my dad died, I went to see my GP to tell him if I had these nightmares and I would wake up. I hardly slept for a long time because the slightest noise, I would wake up thinking somebody was dying, because that's basically what happened. My mum woke me up in the middle of the night to my dad was dying and we were both trying to save him. And so I went to the GP and explained this, and he told me to take up cycling. He basically told me I needed to get out more and to take up cycling, and that would help. How would that ever help the fact I was having traumatic nightmares and flashbacks? So then I never told a GP for another 10 years or more that I was struggling, and luckily, the flashbacks did fade with time, but I never told a GP I was struggling. For another 10 years later, and then luckily I saw a good one who looked kind of horrified at anyone had told me to take up cycling, and then immediately gave me a leaflet for the therapist. But yeah, cycling will solve it. Went on for 9.5 years, didn't get it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Infinity. My GP tried talking to me during my darkest days, and it made me realise there's a reason we have mental health care professionals. Yeah, man. I don't think they realise how dangerous their advice can be. And another thing, I have diagnosed insomnia, and other doctors are like, are you practising good sleep hygiene? It's that damn... Yeah. I wish I could go back to early 20-something me and basically hug me and go, no, that GP is a moron. No, you need to talk to a therapist sooner rather than later. But ultimately, it's okay. It really sucks you have these flashbacks, but actually it makes perfect sense why you would have these flashbacks. It's okay, you're not broken, you don't have to get a grip. Ooh, didn't realise it was that late in the day. This is what happens when I talk. because, yeah, that was just a disgusting attitude. Let's do it. My father passed away and I have Crohn's. On your bike. Yeah. Funny enough, I don't cycle. I mean, I would like to cycle, but nah, I'm okay. Cycling solved mental issues. The Netherlands and Denmark would be able to export mental health care. They would be amazing. The Netherlands would be just full of pure joy. I know, right? At the moment, the pain I have gives hella flashbacks to my accident when I was 10. Being hit by a car. Fun times. Parts of this, I want to talk with a therapist, but since I have trouble opening up to anyone in real life, yeah. Since interwebs is a bit more anonymous, it's easy. Oh, that must be awful, friendly Ken. But yeah, that must be so tough. Because that was the thing. I think even by the time I saw a therapist and I explained to her what the problem was, I think by that point I had put so many barriers up, I was a little bit prone to being a bit, anyway, so that happened. I'm fine now. Because, yeah, I'd acquired so many coping mechanisms. By the way, chat, I don't have the flashbacks now. Once in a while, I'll still get a little bit twitchy. But I am miles better now. But basically, based off of my own steam. Although having said that, actually today, on my walk, an ambulance went flying past, which doesn't usually happen in my local area, because, I don't know. And it did make me a little bit... I don't like the sound of ambulance sirens. They kind of remind me of stuff I'd rather not. Which I imagine is probably quite similar to you, Friendly Kitten, so... I'm sorry. It sucks. Can I go back to my 20s and just beat the piss out of some people? Valid? Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could be older me going back to younger me and basically just be... It's okay. Makes sense. Be a bit angry, be a bit bitter, be upset, that's fine. Feel the things. Oh, it's raining. Funny enough, at this point, walking does help my mental health. Ooh, Gus, thank you for the spaghetti. But it was never going to help it when I was that deeply troubled. Because that would be weird. Exercise is not a solution. Sleeping less than 2 hours a night for years. When I asked for help, I just got, "You don't look so good. Are you sleeping enough?" To put your progress into perspective, you're playing and enjoying Stardew while streaming it. That's true, Reb. Yeah, it doesn't stop me, inadvertent word for it, it doesn't stop me dead in my tracks. It's more, I've learnt to carry it alongside life, which is the key, sadly, I think, for trauma. Because you're never going to get rid of a trauma. It's made you. It's kind of shaped you in a certain way. But if you're able to live alongside it, that's huge. That's a big accomplishment. Because yeah, it's kind of, in my head, it's like you have a backpack. I mean, appropriately, you have a backpack of emotional baggage. But that's okay, because imagine having a life. I think if you somehow had a life that didn't have emotional baggage, that is baggage in itself. Because that will be a bit weird. So, yeah, I kind of learnt to carry it alongside me. And every once in a while, stuff enters my head to do with that time. Where is my watering can? And then other times it doesn't. And I'm there going, where did I put my watering can? There it is. So, yeah. Told my therapist in advance I was sceptical the PTSD treatment would work. It worked partially. He was happy for me and told me to ask for more sessions, but I thought it'd help. At least it helped a bit. That's good. I think it's kind of a multi thing of you need a lot of different things at once. Not at once, but you know, as we're changing every day, we're a different person. And curated a community where people feel safe to talk about things and have a laugh. Thank you, Hannah. I've tried my best. I am very proud of what we kind of cultivated here. Yeah, it's really nice. It's nice for me, and as far as I can tell, it's nice for you all. Thank you for the follow. We have anonymous follows, but obviously, yeah, it resonated, so that's good. And that's what I want. I want it to be a safe place. Still a safe place where we kind of talk about dumb things and, yeah, have fun. But I think everyone needs, cliche look, needs to be more kindness in the world, doesn't it? There needs to be a bit more good and a bit more looking out, because the world is a lot. Potentially, especially at the moment, probably. I mean, I've only lived in this moment, but it feels like this moment there's a lot going on. Do you want that extra support? I'm sad about your psychologist missing out Mark so often, and the bad experience you've all had with them. Their training, at least here, tells them first how much they don't know and can't infer, in psychology in general and clinical psychology in particular. Psychiatrist training, on the other way, is horribly lacking. They also learn all of it in 3 to 5 years and can set up an office immediately without clinical work experience. Yeah, but the system has to stay affordable, right? Yeah, that's... I mean, ultimately, psychologists and psychiatrists, they're people too, so they're going to be flawed. Trauma gave me this sense of humour. I worked hard. Yeah, I have a pretty dark sense of humour too, Sam Caruso. As we all saw last week when I managed to inadvertently say something along the lines of how my dad is still dead. I don't know how that came out, it just did. So I've heard the goal is for me and my kids, not getting over their mother's abandonment, but learning to have it be one part of a full life. Yeah, I think that's key, because that's the sad bit. You're not going to be able... There's certain trauma in life that you're not going to be able to fix. But you can carry it, and if you learn to carry it well, it's not going to mess up your life. Or it might for a little bit, but yeah, it's shaping you. You need to still find the joy somewhere. My psychiatrist is decent. He listens to my psychologist, 5 of them, for what I need treatment for, and then figures out what medication will provide that. That's good, I'm glad, Yana. Sometimes I forget why I'm depressed. I genuinely believe I have no reason to, and then I go back to my childhood, youth, and it's like experience with a suicide attempt of a close person. Oh, I'm sorry, QT. Bullying, being a total outcast, then alcohol and making mistakes because of being totally unprepared for adulthood, undiagnosed insane ADHD, and I'm like, oh no, buddy, that depression shit totally makes it. Yeah, I'm sorry, QT, that's a lot. I certainly resonate with some of that, but this sucks. Work makes me want to play Phasmo. I see dead inside people. Love that, Lou. I mean, not that you're working with those people, but yeah. Aurora, have a good lunch. You might well have gone by now. Lunch is important, everyone. But yeah, I'm glad we are able to talk this kind of openly about things. Because I think the more anyone talks about anything is almost only ever a good thing. I mean, not if you're talking about hate or something. Maybe don't do that. But if you're talking about how you feel and your life, that's good. Because for one thing, as we discovered a little while ago, everyone at some point in life thinks everyone hates them. And you know what? I think that might be a good sign that our brains are lying to us at that moment. Because if it was a very particular... if somebody said, oh, I often think that everyone hates me, and everyone went, oh, I don't have that feeling, that might be, that's not ideal. But in reality, we're all having those feelings, and I think that probably shows that brains are stupid. Necessary, obviously, but brains, I try to remember that brains are there to keep you alive. They haven't actually got much interest in keeping you happy. I mean, I suppose, technically, if you go down the negative, truly bad path, if you're really miserable, you might not want to be alive. But ultimately, brains are very focused on keeping you alive and safe. Sometimes safe isn't the best option. Sometimes you need to do something a little bit risky. Yeah, as in the peak thing of stepping out of your comfort zone. Like, for instance, my brain would say it's really safe to stay indoors. Don't go to TwitchCon at the end of a week. Stay indoors, you'll be safer. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you should do. That's not going to help. Be right back. Having unprotected sex. Gonna have fun. Good luck with the future offspring. Emotional abuse is so insidious. My dad was a drunk, but a friendly one. I was neglected, but not overly abused. You grew up almost being jealous of worse situations because they're like, yeah. The former close friend I had, that was the problem. He was a subtle alcoholic, which meant it was harder to see, because then you come up with excuses for the people you love. I mean, it takes you a lot of work to look and go, no, that he might not have been a ruin his life, not have a job drunk, but that was still no excuse for emotional abuse and shouting at me and being very, very nasty and kind of borderline narcissistic. But that's the weird thing. When it's insidious, you don't necessarily see it until you get away from it. I keep forgetting who knows my dad is dead. 31 years ago, I'm making terrible jokes. A friend was saying about how their dad is doing couch to 5k. I, without thinking, said, could I give my dad tips as he hasn't moved in years? That took some explaining. Oh, I love that sound. Yeah. That is my kind of sense of humour. Because a little part of me kind of loves how awkward it becomes. You know, that person that you can see them going, oh no, I need to go drown in my... Oh god, I feel so bad. The older I get, the more I hate alcohol. It's so pervasive and insidious, yet treated like an almost innocent thing. Honestly, yeah, I kind of feel the same, Rib. I was never... Yeah, being around this close friend and seeing what alcohol does... Yeah, I feel that. I'm in no way anti-alcohol. I have a drink once in a while, but it's the culture it's around it. That's the bit that concerns me. And yeah, I feel you entirely. Both my parents had issues with alcohol. I just see repeat patterns with your parents. Yeah. I'm so glad that my parents didn't drink. Like, hardly ever. And I'm grateful to have been around that. But then I still ended up around an alcoholic. And it took me a really long time to be able to say that he was. Because you make excuses. I aged out of drinking. I lost my tolerance to more than one drink. And sometimes just that would give me back pain and a headache. Oh, that's not good. I like a nice cocktail. I don't have one very often, because usually cocktails went out at crazy prices. But maybe that's why it works for me. I just have a one drink. Can you please sort your mods out? Here we go. What? Two of you? Be good to each other. You are both good people. You can do better. Also, Gooner, you're meant to be going to have unprotected sex. And Aurora, you're meant to be making lunch. Go do your things. I was carrying my mum's ashes back from a funeral director through Glasgow changing trains. I posed a selfie to a friend about how flipping hot the weather was. My friend sent back that I looked quite cool. I replied, the only person that has felt hotter than I do is my late mum whose ashes... Oh, bravo. That is so good. That is brutal and amazing. I drink like 6 times per year now, and it's amazing to have a clear mind. That's good. Yeah, I think... Yeah, it's the drinking culture, I think. It's the bit where people are so happy to say they lost their entire weekend to a hangover. And like they're almost proud of it as a badge of honour almost. That's the bit I can't wrap my head around. To be honest, we're going to have a scrappy, because this will probably be the last day of today's run. So we're going to head to the Skull Cavern. Going to head to the desert, swap out our geodes, and we'll go see Clint. Being around people who do drink when you don't is such an eye-opener. It really is. Yeah. By the way, in terms of where it's very darkly funny. But I remember when my dad died, we were very lucky that his life insurance, it's just for one, paid off my parents' mortgage. And so we went to their bank. We had to have an appointment in person to close the mortgage. And obviously at that point, my mum, how old was my mum? My mum was only early 50s. So obviously that is a very unusually good age, in different circumstances, to pay off your mortgage. So we had this meeting to pay off the mortgage. And this woman came in and said, "Oh, it must be so exciting. You get to finally pay off your mortgage today. Oh, what lucky event led to this?" And then my mum, actually totally okay about it, just without missing a beat, just went, "My husband died suddenly." That poor woman. I don't think I have ever in my life seen a woman quite so much want the entire ground to swallow her whole. And she just looked so horrified and then just went, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry," and just kept saying, "I'm so sorry," about 6 or 7 times, and then was just pure. You could see her just wanting to, I don't know, cry running out of the building or something, and then she was just a bit, "Okay, I have to go get the paperwork," and then just kind of vanished for about 5 minutes and came back with the paperwork and just acted completely seriously and very. It was amazing because luckily, even though we were obviously devastated, it was weirdly so funny watching this woman because she obviously just looked at us. Yeah, my mum was 52, I was 23. You can imagine if, a 52-year-old and a 23-year-old daughter of the person come in, it's going to be good news, right? Statistically, it's going to be something like, "Oh, we won some money," or, I don't know, something good. And she read the room entirely wrong. And it was just, it was so funny. And I'm guessing, if I were her, I don't think I would have ever forgotten that moment of devastation. So I'm guessing she probably still remembers it. She probably went home that night and said to a partner or a roommate or whatever, "Oh my god, I did such a bad thing. Why didn't I think?" And I'm guessing from then onward, she always thought, anytime somebody was paying off a mortgage, she was probably very, very neutral until she figured out what was going on. It was just, pure one. It was just so funny. I think oddly it probably kind of improved the mood. I think she'd later not do that again. No, definitely not. When small talk turns into a nuclear accident, she wished the ground would open up and take her, much like... Yep, yeah. Oh, it was just... Oh, that poor woman. I bet she still thinks of it every once in a while. Yeah, just... And I can see why she did it. I could well, not obviously after that, but, we're all human. What do we got? Oh, sorry, I will catch up on chat after my very dark moment. Ooh, an opal. And mudstone. I was going to say it looks like some kind of poop, and it kind of is. Where are we at? It took me too long to realise alcohol was a massive anxiety drink. Yeah, I'm okay with a bit of alcohol, but... Yeah, a lot of people have that, I think. I'm shopping for grocery delivery and typed Mature Valley into the app instead of Nature Valley. I think that's a website. Yeah, I think Mature Valley is a very specific need. Yeah, I only ever drink around people I truly trust. And that is a very, very small... It's a different level of trust than any other trust. And to be honest, these days, I just don't drink. I'm getting no work done. If it helps Lou, this will be the last day in Stardew, and I need to head off into the heat. So there you go. You can get on with some work quite soon. Obviously, there's a downside to that. You gotta get on with some work. You need dandelion to eat in front of a TV. Okay, Lewis, you weirdo. Luckily, the bank employee advising me when I went to pay off my mortgage was more professional. Told him it was an inheritance. He gave his condolences and we discussed what to do that would not get me a massive early repayment. See, I think, I don't know, there was never any repayment penalty. But having said that, maybe she just wavered it. Maybe she was just so mortified by everything, she just went, I'm not telling him about the repayment penalty. There you go. Maybe we save money on more awkwardness. Tobacco makes me anxious as heck. Like the first one or two of the day literally sink my mood to the lowest point and make my body feel tired and heavy. Still can't quit though. Oh, that sucks. I was saying earlier on Sims stream, my mum gave up smoking in her mid-20s, long before I was born. And she's now 70, and she still occasionally kind of wants to smoke. It is such an addictive substance. Crazy level. But yeah, when we get to the end of this day, we are sadly going to wrap things up for one day. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a really nice stream. Ooh, let's get this stuff. It's been lovely to hang out with you all. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully it's been helpful if you needed it to be helpful. Hopefully it's all the good things. I'm going to be back Monday today, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to be back Thursday. That's going to be my last stream before TwitchCon. And then I won't be back until the following... Well, there might be a stream the following Wednesday, but if not, there will be a stream Thursday. As always, Discord will have the schedule. I'm hoping, because we're very near to June, I'm hoping in June to throw in an extra stream day. At the moment, it looks like it's probably going to be a Friday. But I'll have more details on that soon. Oh yeah, Cave does always go live on a Monday. We'll have a look, because I can't remember the last time I raided over to Cave, and I try to keep it varied. Just because otherwise I end up raiding over to the same people, and then, I don't know, I like a bit of variety. We're such good feelings. Oh, thank you, Whit. I'm glad. It's what I always aim for. Thank you, Slugnacious. I've quit for a year before. It never leaves. Occasionally you think, what if just one? Surely it won't be that bad. And when you give up finally, it's exactly that. Oh, that sucks, QT. I'm glad I never got into smoking. Probably because my mum smoked when she was a lot younger. And then my dad smoked a pipe while I was growing up. And they were always both very, don't smoke. So it kind of taught me. But yeah, I will sell some stuff here. To be honest, I don't want easy money. And then we will finish when we get to the end of the day. Oh wait, no, Ancient Seed! Ancient Seed alert! Okay, we will plant that on Thursday. The damn quest for Ancient Seeds is a low-key nightmare. You get a nice early night. So lucky, Whip. I didn't even see it when I picked up. Aurora, I am in a little bit. Yeah, don't worry. Sorry the house is loud here. My grandfather smoked 4 to 5 packs a day before I was born, and an awful emphysema, so I was never tempted. That's good. At least we're all learning from other people's mistakes. Unless you're doing a stream before you go to TwitchCon. Hannah, I will be streaming Thursday. Yeah. Unless... No, I should still be streaming. I might have to pick up a rental car, depending on what goes on with my car tomorrow. But I'm aiming to fit that in. So there will be a stream at some point. It might end up being a little bit shorter. I'm fitting it in somehow, because it's going to be my last stream otherwise. But yes, I thank you all. What else do I need to say? I'll say if you enjoy it, no worries, Hannah. I will also be on Discord even when I'm away, so there is the Discord. But yeah, there should be a stream Thursday, and also definitely the following Thursday, but I might aim for the Wednesday as well. I think that might be quite a nice... I would like to catch up with you all, and I can't catch up Tuesday because I will be dead on my feet by the time I come back, because I get back really late Monday. So yeah, should be this Thursday, next Wednesday. Yeah, that sounds about right. what else have I got to say? And yeah, and then going into June, I think I'm going to add an extra stream on a Friday, the same kind of time. So there'll be Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and we're going to see how that goes. Because yeah, it's been really good. So for now, we're going to find somebody to raid. I will get the raid messages up just to save poor Aurora, who can hear nothing. Actually, I forgot all the thank yous. Oh, there you go, Aurora's doing it. Thanks for streaming, halloumi. Oh, I want halloumi. Now I want pizza with halloumi on. Guna, thank you. Thank you for the temptation. But also we need to catch up on the thank yous. We got quite a lot. You have all been very wonderful people. And first raid message, that is for subscribers. Bottom one is for followers. Thank you all for a huge amount of streaks, ton of streaks. Some people have streaked, I think it was 3Cat was 65 streaks, and Aussie is there with 50. That's huge. Thank you for the mini gigantifies. Slugnacious, Guna gifted so many unhinged names. It is amazing. Rooter for the bits. Who else are we? Free Cat for the bits. Just a huge amount of thank you. So thank you all. Whether you were subscribing, gifting, bitting. Is bitting a word? I don't know. But anyway, and thank you all for being here. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for all being so open about a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you all. It has been a pleasure. I'm going to find somebody to raid. Hopefully, I will see you at the community meetup then, Yala. It'd be lovely to meet you. Because, yeah, I will be there. If you happen to be at TwitchCon, I will be at the meetup that Drongo and Spoofy and Ultra are hosting, amongst a whole bunch of other people. Who are we going to raid over to? As always, we try and raid over to people we haven't raided to often, but then every now and then I just go off track, because why the hell not? We could probably do some cozy vibes after all the deep chat, so... There are some unhinged games being streamed right now. I think, like Lou said, we're going to head over to Cave. Cave is doing a lot of cycling. We have raided her a little bit recently, but Cave is very nice, very good at the deep chats and the fun, and Cave's just cool people. So we'll head over to Cave, and I will see you all soon. If you are in Europe, try your best to keep hydrated. It is really hot out there. It's getting hot here. I'm not going to go for my post-stream walk because I think I might die. So don't do it either. If I'm able to not exercise, you can too. But yeah, it's hot. And I think Thursday it will calm down. So yeah, so let's head over to Cave. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you all. As always, it is a pleasure. So take care, everyone.
You choose to wait. You can choose